the Hulk meets Venom. Like, the Hulk meets Venom right now. So
Okay.
we're gonna be there.
I
Uh,
don't think you watch enough comics for this to start you making Marvel references.
I'm just looking at just the idea of both these people being so, I don't know, diabolical in my opinion, and then
Okay.
having them hold on
Cut from the same cloth.
uh
A similar one. Hey yo, Bess, 9 o'clock, bro.
it's not my
It's 9 now? Oh yeah, I forgot we on color people time.
time. Yes, we are.
We
But
gotta
Mr.
go back to
Best,
say black because they think everybody colored. So we gotta say black people
no, we
time
don't.
is
No, we don't. Mr. Best, let me know. Oh, are you ready, Mr. Best? I know you said you had something you need to do real quick. Just let me know when you're ready. Uh, hey, Andre,
Hey Dre, what up though?
how are you? We are getting set up because, of course, we're gonna go in tonight. I have so many thoughts, but I'm sure Vic will sanitize them for me. Um,
Sure.
you see, this is
You know
crazy.
me, I'm a little OCD.
You want to be OCD with me tonight? Okay.
Chef in the building, boy. We finna cook something up. See, y'all gonna cause a problem. Cause I ain't asked all you niggas to come over here. So now we gonna have all these niggas in the room. See, you get too many black people in the room, you get trouble. Hey, but
Okay. All right, so I want to welcome Mr. Best to the stage. I think he is ready. Okay, there we go, Mr. Best. Here you go. Hi.
What's up, y'all? I'm
what
always
up,
ready.
dog?
Y'all know my gun is always loaded.
See, we already talked. See, you about to get us demonetized in first sentence. God, now we talking.
We will not be
God,
demonetized.
Nah, I'm saving those videos for another time.
black people so violent.
Another time and place those videos will come up, but not right now.
Well, I don't want. I told myself I'm going to behave because, Mr. Best, you know how I feel about Anton. All of you guys know how I feel about
I
Anton.
told yourself you're gonna behave.
You did, and I said I'm going to try to behave. Operative word here is try. And if you guys go too hard, lead by example. Okay, be the black men this community needs, and lead by example. If you don't want me showing my dragon ass, please show me that you guys are the Zen people. I know you are. But I know you guys ain't gonna do that. You're gonna act crazy, but it's okay. It's all right.
All right, so here's the rundown. We're not gonna be all over the place, we will go where the conversation takes us, but the main principles that we're gonna be speaking about, because we're not here for the mess. Shout out to all the people who into that, but that's not what I do.
Mhm.
And we're looking to discuss number one, a man's filter.
Mhm.
When is it necessary? How does it operate when you're talking to your female counterpart versus your male counterpart?
Mm.
Two, how to prevent and move past the inevitable miscommunications that we're all predestined to have if we are going to interact with each other. We keep
Mhm.
calling ourselves a community. How you gonna have a community without communication? You go together.
Right.
And if you got communication, you can have miscommunication. Miscommunication can break down any relationship, no matter. Um, Three, the rules of apologies. How you will apologize to someone of the opposite sex
Mhm.
versus when and how do you apologize to whether it's a stranger, a friend, but another male.
Okay.
Four, protection or toxic masculinity. Based on what we've seen, is that energy something that men need, or is that something that is destroying those very men? Are they letting it go too far? Where is the line? Where does it become toxic masculinity, and where does the line stop at self-defense, uh, defense of your own honor, defense of someone else's honor, and when is it just protection in general? 5, knowing when to crash and when to dash. You know, sometimes dashing ain't an option. Sometimes dashing isn't the option. Sometimes crashing is just out of pocket and out of place because what you want to do doesn't coincide with how you feel. And last but not least, try stitching. What the niggas telling on themselves and other people, and it's all for clout. And I don't know what the other reasons are. How you justify speaking on things that ain't your business, and especially intentionally with the idea to hurt someone else or someone else's family or someone else's business or someone else's overall how would you say it, image. Yeah, image is important. And people will do a lot to protect their image in this day and age of technology. So those are the topics we're going to discuss. So let's jump it off. Let's jump it off from number one. What you got to say, Lola, about a man's filter?
Okay, so I'll say this: I can't comment on how a man is supposed to specifically filter himself to another man. I can't comment directly about that. Maybe indirectly. And by indirectly, I mean when you're sitting, when it's a professional environment and you're not on the corner out in, West, whatever, and you have women sitting around, you have professional equipment around, the cameras are rolling, people got money on the line, like schedules have to be done. This is not really the moment that I would think men need to flex how street it can get, like in front of women and stuff like that. But I understand, and we was talking about this on another video that will air probably next week or the week after. You guys stay tuned for that, about the pecking order and how men sometimes react when women are around, regardless. Like if there was no women around, it would be a different situation versus when a woman walks into the room. And me seeing last night, Corey, on the 5150 show with Corey Holcomb, a woman sitting there. And I know there's probably a woman in the back, just in terms of, pre-production. And later on, we found out it was more than maybe one woman in the room. I just felt like this was for all intents purposes, a penis measuring, like situation, because in real life there was some things that happened there that in real life just don't happen. When you come with an entourage, for instance, and then stuff like that happens and people get to walking up on each other, the scene looks a lot different. And I'm sorry, I'm from Baltimore. Okay. I'm just not used to these clean cut beefs. So sorry to let y'all know that up front. But I just think when you're a man and you get to potentially letting off in front of females, it just comes across like, man, you just trying to show off. But if it was a room where it was just you and that person, or a room full of men, that would be different. But because there was women sitting around, probably chicks in their heels, I just didn't catch the, like, This is not the moment to show how street it can get. If you want to let somebody know they can get touched after the show, I can respect that, but not in the room where the ladies got it all done up, and then there's all this expensive equipment around. Sorry, I come from a background in film production. Don't fight over the equipment, sir. Um, throwing cheers, whatever the case may be. Luckily, it didn't come to that. But when I seen him get up, you know me, I was like, oh, this is what kind of assault is this? Like I was prepared for a fight. As soon as like he did like this, I was prepared for a fight. And I almost dropped my food on my bed because I was looking at it. And I almost dropped my food out, and and then I just had to pause and look to see is this really happening, and then it was like almost really happening. So I'm not saying that I was happy. I'm just saying there's some karma that I see going on that I'm okay with. So that's what I got to say going in, and I know we got to see a small clip of this. But you could go ahead and Mr. Best see if he wants to say something. But that's where
Hold,
I'll
hold
end.
on, hold on. Read this. Read the back chat. The question. I mean, shout out to your perspective, and I guess that's appropriate for everybody to kind of give they opening, salvo. We don't want to make it too long, so we gonna get straight to the shit. You feel me? So, a man's filter is what we discussing first. So, Best, go ahead and say your piece on anything you want to speak on initially, and then address a man's filter and how it works in general, whether they're dealing with men or women.
I think within our
We not hear you. We not hear you. Way you try again in English this time.
You were
Go ahead,
good.
Lola.
Well, I
Uh,
couldn't hear Mr. Best. If you're speaking,
answer the question. Best, I get it right.
okay. So the question is about a man's ability to filter himself.
What is your position on a man's filter? When
The
should he
way
have it? When should he take it off?
first of all, the filter should be on when you're in a professional environment, like I said. The filter should be on when you're in a room full of women, unless you defending those women. That's not the moment for you to get so, let's say, raw in terms of your filter as a man. That's just not the time. Mr. Best, he'll be back. That's just not the time to get like that. So if you know where not to filter, I think you will filter in the right place. Just knowing where not to filter at, and like why. Like, don't filter in a room where I'm at and I'm on a professional situation. Don't do that. Don't get to showing what side of Chicago or what side of LA you from. Like, don't do that. I don't want to know that when I'm at a nice place, dressed up, chilling, drinking my little wine, stuff like that. I don't want to know that. I just don't. Okay.
okay, can you
Um,
hear me? My bad,
we can hear you, Mr. Bass.
my bad, y'all. If I go out again, I just got to reset the laptop. But I think as a culture, we have a filter problem. As a race, we have a
Mm,
filter problem. And
really?
I can remember growing up, my mom would literally be trying to fight grown men. My mom's only 5'2",
Your
and I'm
mother?
literally trying to fight grown men. Yes, yes. She would
Mm,
try to fight grown men. She would fight women. My mom would fight anybody,
okay.
literally. You know what I mean? And she had no filter. My dad actually, he did time or whatever, but he has more of a filter than my mom. My mom has literally no filter. If she feels something, she gonna say something. Now she's gotten older, so she's a lot more calm. But
Mm-hmm.
her prime, oh no, my mom was with it. You know what I mean? My mom was with it. Gold tooth in the mouth and all. She was with it. Like, and if you know, if some and y'all know, if somebody got a gold tooth in their mouth, they kind of a different type of species.
Yeah, they come from a
Um,
different place. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So like I've never seen. That's why when men talk about weak women, I never seen nothing like that. I've always
Yeah.
seen people who either men and women both who had no filter. Women who will punch men in the chest. I mean, this is the stuff I grew up seeing and realizing. I
Yeah.
understand where Vic is coming from, but I think as a culture, we don't know how to communicate and talk to each other. As soon as we feel disrespected, a lot of times we automatically start threatening people. Like that's just an automatic. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? If it's a woman, she gonna start threatening you. I'm gonna do this, do that. I'm gonna get this, da da da. A man, yo, I'm gonna do this, da da. Like we just automatically jump to that. Automatically, it's just embedded in us. Like you said, you was ready to drop your food and jump through the computer screen. Lola, see,
I
that's a
know you're
that is
not.
a race
Listen,
problem.
I know you is not.
That
Like
is a
put
race
that.
problem. Okay,
Well, he put some
we
sauce on it.
we are
He put some sauce on it.
yeah, like
Look,
that is a
look.
race problem. We have a problem as a race. We don't we and when we get to these heightened points, we're not thinking about the overall big picture of it because if something does go down, if we and let's say we accomplish our goal of enacting that violent act, now who's going to be affected? Because let's say they can't find you, right? Let's
Mhm,
say you did what you did, and now
mhm,
you chilling, and they can't
mhm,
find you, but they found somebody else that you care about, and
mhm.
now that person has to suffer from your actions. But we're not thinking about that consequence. We're just not thinking about that. That doesn't cross our mind. And our mind is like, I want to react. I would disrespect it. I'm gonna react. I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and that's it. Cause I've been there. I've been there where I've said something and I'm like, oh no, what did I just say? Why did I just say that? Oh man, I made a mistake. Dang. Okay, I gotta stand on this hill. All right, well, here we go. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
And now if I'm trying to backtrack it now, I may not able to backtrack it, or
mhm,
it may not look so well, or it may not go the way I want it to go, right?
mhm,
But the thing is, why do we even get to that point, right? We don't
mhm.
have to even get there, but we do.
But
And then by the
but
time the
Mr.
big picture
Bessie,
kicks
Jesus
in,
said.
it's too late sometimes. I'll land
Yeah,
there though. Go ahead,
well,
y'all.
in this case, it started out too late because they didn't come in with any real respect for one another or the culture or any codes. Like no codes, no man codes, no bro codes, no black codes, no codes. Now Anton, he made it clear he not black and he don't know, he don't
He
acknowledge
didn't
being
say
part
that.
of
He
the
didn't say that.
community.
Don't start no shit. He didn't say that.
He said he not a part of the community, and he said F black unity. I seen that today. He also said F Malcolm X because black people deleted him, and I didn't understand that reference. Like, why are you saying F Malcolm
Let's
X?
keep it. Let's keep it to the topic.
But he is not a part of that code. So he came into this conversation on that no code. And Corey Holcomb, I can't speak too much for him, but he didn't seem to come in with the same level of value that you're referring to, Mr. Best, where we know as a culture we might infight some, but we're not going to go to war with one another versus outsiders. Like that's not the culture either of them came into this with, honestly. So I get what you're saying, but on site, when you say we have a problem, no, certain people that have certain rhetoric have a problem.
Look, hold on. Let me straighten something out real quick. They both have codes. All men have a code. You ain't a man if you ain't got no code.
Mm,
That's what boys are trying to develop is a code. They're trying to figure out the system and saying, how do I fit in? Okay, now that I understand how to fit in, where do are my boundaries?
okay.
How do I develop boundaries? Where do I draw from? Are there men that I respect who I can mirror, or do I need to create something that helps me survive, that keeps me from crashing out? I
Mm-hmm.
don't hang around niggas that aren't married because they might look at my girl away and make me feel away. Whatever your code is, you say, oh, I only hang around street niggas because I think these other niggas who ain't street niggas gonna snitch on me, or I don't trust them to do this, or I refuse to hang around street niggas because they might have me in a situation. Every man has a code, whether it's black code or any other code. Um, the reality is that hold your horses on that just a second.
No,
The
I didn't do
the
that. I don't know what.
okay. Um, the
Don't forget the
reality is
bottom.
that
Forget the bottom.
the reality is that both men came in with a code,
Hmm.
but there were conflicts in their code. Their code didn't match up.
Yeah.
Put best in the bottom. Their code didn't match up, and where Anton has a code that is based on, you know, how he sees you,
Mm-hmm.
your value to him,
Mm-hmm.
so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he says, I ain't just trying to be like I owe the black community shit. Because being honest,
Yeah.
with the amount of division already ingrained into just the black community by itself, if you don't remember, not long ago, it was FBA versus everybody who's not FBA. Niggas had to figure out what the fuck FBA was so they can argue about it. The reality is that you say, oh, we want reparations. Well, who gives reparations? Everybody who dark skinned, how light is too light, how many times if you mix with white in your blood, do you qualify? Can you be a little bit? You can't even figure out what black is to say, oh, I'm a represent. What if he have black? Well, this half black nigga feel black. But this half black nigga will refuse to acknowledge that he got no black and he feel white. He represent white. He like country music and white girls. This nigga like malt liquor and Newports. You know what I'm saying? So how am I supposed to say, oh, I'm down with this half nigga, but I ain't down with this half nigga or this 1/3 nigga? All I'm saying is that you create a convolution
Mm-hmm.
when you try to I mean, just if we being honest, and the problem with the community is that we can't receive criticism, we can't have an honest discussion because everybody brings their fucking feelings to the conversation. They don't like how you talk. They don't like your tone. They don't like the words you use. They don't like that you don't acknowledge Harriet Tubman was the greatest woman ever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to say. And listen,
So wait.
I went at Chaotic Truth on this man channel for talking shit about Harriet Tubman. So don't think like, oh well, oh Vic over here on this other bullshit. I'm just saying I'm all over the place with how I feel about black people. I love them today. I hate them tomorrow. I hate this one. I like this one. I don't fuck with none of them. Sometimes you nigga, you better not fuck with my nigga just cause. So at the end of the day, it's a evolving, ever shifting paradigm that we'll never agree on.
We
You can't hardly make up your mind in your own mind where
don't.
your line is, where you stand. So then to try to say, let's all get on the same page, I think it's a lost cause or a losing battle. Some battles is not worth even going into.
So
I
on
got a
the point
question,
of
but
some
I'm gonna
battles,
let y'all ride. I got a question. Go ahead, Lola. I'm
go
sorry.
ahead. I was gonna say on the point of letting some battles ride, and this idea of codes. Okay, the first video in terms of how this got started, that subtle non-code statement. I do have that queued up, but I want to say that I think we all can agree. Me, you, and Bess can agree that you're right. There is no hard line for code. There's no hard line for what is black. There's no hard line for what is black unity. However, there is a subtle understanding that we have of the limits. And I think that's where this debacle kind of happened, that where people act like they didn't understand the limits, whereas we know out here in the real world everybody know the limits. So why did you get on social media and talk like you don't know the limits, and then to be in person in studio and talk like you don't know the limits? And again, goes back to my point. This is a professional environment, and you acting like this shows me something else beyond what Mr. Best said about our inability to talk with one another. This is an inability for content creators to understand when to be gangster and when to show your professional face. But it is what it is. Go ahead, Mr. Best.
Thank you for giving me. I'm honored to be here, yo. For real, I am. I'm honored to be with y'all. Um, you know what I mean? Y'all know I love y'all for real, like a real love for real. Y'all know that. Um, I don't have that often with people in the space, but I digress from that. Let me get off the emotional stuff. But Vic, my question is this, right? It was a point where we could do that, right? It was a point where we were seeing a Muhammad Ali, we were
Mhm.
seeing a Nikki Giovanni, we were seeing a Francis Cress Welsing, we were seeing James Baldwin, we were seeing these intellectual minds and people who was on code and people who was doing that, right? We were seeing you know what I mean, a Huey P. Newton or a Martin Luther King or whatever, or Angela Davis. What happened to that? So it was a point where we wasn't able to talk to each other, and it didn't matter if we just got off the boat or we was already, or somebody brought us on the boat, or we was already here, right? We was able to talk. We had the Nelson Mandelas, like we was able to talk to each other, the Bob Marleys, all that. We was able to talk to each other at one point. Like what happened? It wasn't like it just went away. There you go. There you
You
go.
you talking pre-integration, post-integration.
Mhm.
That's the
I'm just saying.
difference.
No, I'm just saying there was a time when we could talk to each other.
Before social media, sure.
Mm.
Before social media, people
Or was it
actually talk. After
was it the
social
crack era? Was it
media,
the drug era?
no.
Was
Hmm?
it the drug era, Lola? Was it the drug era?
No, because with the drug era happened in the 80s, people still knew how to talk in the early 90s. I remember 94, things was great when it came to communication, but that's because there was no social media in 94. Wasn't no social media in 97, for goodness sake. And that's what, when Park died or something. But I forgot anything after that. I don't know what happened. I really don't. But I would eventually just say that the way we communicate has been influenced by our inability to be in person all the time, which has created most people to be keyboard warriors. And this is why when they come off the keyboard, okay, they've been on the keyboard for 10 years, okay? Shout out to people that you know I'm talking about. You've been on the keyboard for 10 years. Then you get in studio and you still want to be the keyboard in your mouth. And then you realize, oh, shucks, it ain't the same. Like, but it is almost because you're dealing with somebody else that's similar to you. Like, this is where we at. So, I mean,
Look,
go
let me say this, and then we're gonna get to the video because maybe there's still some people out here who don't know what the fuck we talking about. I don't know what rock you crawl from under, but if you look around a little bit, you'll see, and we're gonna help you out.
ahead.
Um, just to address Beth's question, um, I agree with you, Lola. The social media generation is has it initially didn't affect our generation because I think our generation is kind of weird. We are the buffer between the people who don't fuck with social media and the people who live by it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we're kind of stuck in between where we dibble and dabble, we do and we don't, but it don't consume us. Um, and I think the fact that all of these people are blending, these people who are consumed by it are our children and our nephews and our little cousins, and the people who don't fuck with it are our mothers and our grandmothers and our aunties and people that are important to us. So there's a lot of miscommunication happening because these people saying, get your ass off of that. And they like, you better get your ass onto this. This could change our lives. You don't understand the value of it. And they like, you don't understand the value of walking across the street and paying attention to your surroundings. Like at the end of the day, I think just like you have somebody who don't like to talk, and then you got somebody who talk too much,
Yeah,
you had extremes, and we had to come back to the middle.
yeah.
And I think that's gonna be a hard task. And just like everything, it's gonna have its season, and we're gonna have to, you know, sit the storm out. This
Mhm.
is the storm. We in it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even in the eye yet. You
Yeah.
know, we still getting the worst of it. And at some point, I think things will calm down and we'll start to get, synchronized again. But the fact that you got social media in conjunction with high levels of integration,
Mhm.
right? So it was just okay, we're integrating with a new society
Mhm.
and new ideals and new opportunities.
Mhm.
But then you go home and you stay with your community, blah, blah, blah. But now you're 3 generations deep into this
Yeah.
experiment, if you will.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, the carbon copies and the proceeds and the product of that experiment, it doesn't understand why it's been made or how it was made or what the purpose is or what that code is. The coding has been changed.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I feel like now you add social media to that. So
Yeah.
you got, not only do you have ideas coming from other communities, you got other ideas coming internationally.
Yeah.
You've completely changed morality. You completely changed everything that we know as a society as a whole. So it's not like a black community only has this problem. This is a international problem. In every country, they're having this issue. That's why they like, yo, over here, we're gonna control our internet. You can't look at everything.
Yeah.
So let's get to the video. But when we start watching, keep in mind we're still on point one, a man's filter. We ain't did a whole lot of addressing the filter. I want to address the filter so we can move on from the filter. This is what I want you to be looking for in this video: body language, eye contact, lack of eye contact, volume, word choice, trigger words, so on and so forth. Let's do it.
Let me see. There we go. And hopefully you can hear it. And it's gonna start. So let me see.
This is Darlene or DOG Ortiz. For people who don't know.
Thank you for that. Oh my God, that's the full thing.
I was on time. I'm gonna just say that. Hey,
Yes,
we expected it. I already knew that.
Pause it right there. Pause it right there.
I was on.
Just for the record, everybody's doing these breakdowns. They missed this part.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first thing Anton said on this set that we can view to say we saw what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
The very first word out of his mouth as he's being introduced is not, yo, what's up? Peace to the panel. Shout out to you guys, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I was on time. Now watch the body language.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I was on time.
I seen that. I did. And here's the thing.
Hold on. Let me close this point.
Go ahead.
Now the next thing. Now if we go on in the video, I'm not sure how far you're gonna go into the video,
Mm-hmm.
but the next thing he said is, Corey addresses the chat. He said, "Damn, the chat on you." He said, "Yeah, they ain't that tough. Yeah, I see your chat. Yeah. They ain't that tough." These are the first words.
Yeah.
So he's already, you can tell he's on one. He can say what he want to say. My eyes say what it see. I don't got no dog in this fight. Let it ride.
Okay.
Hold
So
on,
this
can
is
I say one thing?
Go ahead.
And I think and I think that's what Vic the point that Vic made is definitely essential, right? The on time thing, being on time, being professional.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we know in our community, if there's someone who has rubbed elbows with certain people, they
Mm-hmm.
believe that they can come and do things the way they want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they're paying you or not paying you or whatever else, right?
Yeah.
Remember, Corey Holcomb has rubbed elbows with Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon is up there.
Mm-hmm.
He's a part of the elite. You know what I mean? He's a
Okay.
part of the A list of black people. He's not B or C list. Nick Cannon is on major networks. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? He's making major deals. So when you're rubbing elbows with a Nick Cannon or Cam Newton or certain people like that, and now you invite somebody who's not of that same, credence, the respect level ain't the same. I bet you he wasn't late for that Cam Newton interview
Ah.
he did. I bet you he wasn't late for that. I bet you he wasn't late
Mm-hmm.
for segments. I bet you he wasn't late for that. But he
Yeah.
will come late for this because this is his own thing, right? This is his show,
Yeah.
and this person's a guest.
Yeah.
And plus, he's like, "Who are you? You not Nick Cannon. You're not Cam Newton. I'm gonna treat you accordingly." And that is a problem within our community too. That
Okay.
we don't that we want somebody to be a part of our movement, but we don't treat them with that respect. You
Do
I
you
know,
think
put
that's cold? Do you think that's cold, or you think that's respect? Because I think it's cold.
both, bro.
so
You
Okay.
know what I mean?
Okay. I
You know
can
what I
go
mean? The
along
more
with
you
that.
do, I respect. You know what I mean? If I'm inviting you to my house and I say, "Hey Vic, we're eating at 7 p.m." You know what I mean? And then you drive them out to 7 p.m. and I'm not even in the house, and you done
I get
waited, you done,
around the corner. I'll
yeah,
be
you
there in
like,
3 minutes. 30 minutes later, here you go.
yeah, and then you like, man, I was here on time, and I'm like, well, you're not eating first.
But
Everybody else eating first. So you like, I
but
was here on time though.
But Mr. Best, I felt like that when I went to a club one time, right? A friend of mine was performing for Wu Tang, and he invited me to the club. He said that the show started at 11. I got there at 10:30. Parked my car at 10:15. I was there ready for the thing. Then I realized that the culture of like clubs and music and performance is, if somebody tell you it started at 11, that's just a roundabout thing. So don't do that. So for him to show up exactly on time and then try to make a snide comment about, well, I was here on time. I mean, at the end of the day, he knows how the culture is. Like, he knows the culture when it comes to comedians, when it comes to the performers. Now, maybe not talk show hosts. Maybe not talk show hosts, because like Highway to Skinny said, he was on Fox. He was on the news. Like he was. This is true. I seen him up there. I
You ain't
did.
never met no Martin Luther the Wu Tang.
Who?
You ain't never
No.
met no Martin Luther the Wu
Listen,
Tang.
I didn't listen. I didn't. You know what happened? I left because I had a bedtime, and at 11:30 they said that Wu Tang was on the highway. They hadn't even got there yet. And
Come
no,
on, son.
this is a true story. And I said
Fuck
I
out of here
didn't
with that
have time
bullshit.
to wait. I'm not capping. Okay, I did not have time to wait.
All
So
right,
I truly feel like Anton was trying to be hostile Diddy with that comment because,
all right, all
and
right.
but then
Well, let's
again,
not let's not let's not stick on
but
it too
then,
long.
then again, I'm gonna say maybe it was innocent because he probably was saying, hey, it was like a light joke. Hey, I was here, as in
Yeah,
I'm not.
it could be. Listen,
Okay.
I have a thing called reasonable suspicion, right? Now, it's not my thing. It's a police thing. It's a thing they have to justify. She laughing because I say this to her all the time. I use it in our own personal relationship. You understand?
Okay.
So if a person, if you think something about a person, if I think you a punk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I see somebody talk to you reckless and you don't respond.
Okay.
That's a reasonable suspicion, but it don't mean you a punk just because you didn't respond to somebody talking to you reckless the first time. Then I see somebody take something that's yours and you don't do shit. That's two. But by the time I see that third one, I have what I was considered probable cause. A reasonable suspicion needs three versions of itself in order to become probable cause that is sustained in court. Otherwise, it would be considered profiling. So at the end of the day, this is only one reasonable suspicion that perhaps he got an attitude, but it could be just something said in jest, and maybe we shouldn't jump off the boat too soon. Let's move on, see if we got any more.
I'm on mute. The next one is where it gets a little further in, where they get to kind of going back and forth. Because in between there, they were just kind of doing a little bit of jousting. But let me pull that up. Um, let me pull that up. My computer is like slow. I swear. Very slow. Here we go. So
People live that you helping, they could get pulled over and shot by a cop, and an investigation will be said. But here's the truth: we know, if I believe you know this already, when the cops shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it.
God, this is so crazy.
Do you think that's wrong? What I
This
said?
is so insane.
Is that what I said? I said when the
so
cops
insane.
shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it. Is that a lie?
This is so insane.
But you didn't answer it.
I'm gonna answer the question.
Okay.
I'm gonna answer your question. It depends on the circumstance. And the interesting thing about it is this: the majority of the people, because You like to use a blanket statement. That's like me saying all black people are stupid.
Well, have you said all white people stupid?
No, I'm talking
Well,
about cops.
you should say that one time.
I'm talking about
because
cops.
it's easy to say all black people are stupid as an example. Say something about the white people.
No. You're not.
I don't think you got
all the time.
Well, I didn't hear you. Can you tell me?
I'm talking about liberal white women literally being the biggest enemy of the United States of America. That's the thing I say every single day.
Caucasian female, the biggest.
Literally, white liberal women are the worst thing that ever happened to this country.
What about their men?
But we gonna get there because you keep trying to get me to qualify it by participating and joining in on the core.
No, I think you're doing what's easy.
No. I'm doing what's real.
I think you don't want to go against them because if you go against them, it'll be some video of you going against them. And when I say them, I'm talking about your boss.
I don't have a boss.
Let me say this. I think the turn downhill was right here when he told him, you got to answer to your boss. Now, I'm going to say this. In Anton's defense, Anton has said several times on his channel he doesn't have a boss. I've heard that. Now, I don't know if that's true, but he has said that. And to say that you have a boss is, I want to say it probably was taken offensively to say, you know, like, you got your own stuff. You're a boss. You got me here because I'm that. So for you to say that I got to answer to my boss, which is why I skip over certain conversations, like, you know, I work for the man. I think this is where Anton probably took that a certain way. And then it gave him license to speak just as, let's say, fluidly as Corey here. This is what I think. Shall I press play or what?
Hold on. Let me speak to this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice the interaction to this point inside of this clip, what's happening is when he asked Anton, he made a statement first.
Mm-hmm.
He made a statement, and Anton said, "This is insane." If you pay attention, he didn't want to say insane first. He filtered himself. He wanted to say this is stupid.
Oh God, okay.
So he filtered himself and said insane, because insane is less incendiary of a word.
Yeah.
Because if a nigga say this is stupid, he gonna say, you saying I'm stupid?
Yeah.
Because people like to jump off.
Yeah.
So initially, Anton, if at the very beginning in that first little back and forth, initially, Anton was kind of ribbing at Corey a little bit. Corey don't got much of a filter. Definitely nowhere. Honestly, that's why he had to get his own shit, because don't nobody want to work with him because he don't got no filter, even when it matters.
Yeah.
So the reality is that Corey is actually showing a lot of restraint, because I don't know what his agenda is, but knowing him, he could have jumped on any of the opportunities before, because he liked little shit. He liked to make little shit big and point out nuance. So Anton, now he's returning that energy low key. That's why I noted the energy Anton came in with. Now Anton is filtering himself. That's why he said, hey, I'm gonna answer you. He said, I'm gonna answer you. Now we talking about volume. Then he said, I'm gonna answer you. I'm gonna answer your question. That's why he said it a second time. He toned it down. Said, hey, I'm gonna answer your question. You know, now let me get to it, because they're learning each other. If even though Best has never been on this channel, we've been on other channels with Best. Best understands panels and YouTube decorum and one mic. There's a bunch of shit that people who've been on YouTube for long years, most people came on YouTube during the pandemic.
Thank you, brother.
Half of these niggas is new since they've seen that people are getting rich off of this.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, a lot of these new YouTubers, whether there's a lot of the new YouTubers are celebrities, athletes,
that's true,
entertainers that are trying to capitalize or at least use that as a marketing scheme to get their name back out there, because they don't have any relevant product to push.
Yeah.
So they don't have the decorum. They don't know the rules. They don't know that there's certain slogans and phrases that we've all gotten used to using, and now it'll twist their head off if you use it. They're going to be offended by that because they don't know. So at the end of the day, all I want to say is that if you peep how they're communicating right now,
Mm-hmm.
this is the start where they start cutting each other off.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
now we got escalated volumes, we got a bunch of cutting each other off, but it's still peaceful. They both realize that we're kind of starting to butt heads, but this is just man shit.
For right now.
Nobody's offended yet.
Right. For right now, now it is making me feel uncomfortable, but I'm a woman. But I understand in a man's world, this is just men being men. This is not completely disrespectful. I get that part. Hold on, let me put this back up.
I mean, I even feel uncomfortable myself, right? Because I see the tension is getting there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's a good word, tension. It's starting to
Yeah,
build.
yeah. You see the tension starting to build, like you can feel it, right? And we all
Mhm.
and we as a culture know when something about to pop. We feel it.
Yeah.
You know when you come on the block, you're like,
Yeah.
oh nah, them dudes across the
Yeah.
street, yo, we out, son. Like we gone. Like we not staying here. Yeah, I know we was gonna pick that up, but we gonna have to come back
Mm-hmm.
for that. You know what I mean? Because
Sure.
they about to get it, they about to get it rocking. You
Yeah.
know what I
They about
mean?
to get
You
rocking,
just
and
yeah,
you can feel it in the air, as they say.
word
You
like
can
the great
feel
Beanie
it
Siegel would
in
say.
the
But
air.
sometimes some people will warn you that they about to get it rocking. I like the people, yo, we about to get it rocking, yo, you want to get back in your car. Come back in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that.
You know what I mean?
No, I ain't
Yeah,
coming back.
so
Sorry.
but see, and I'm glad you made that point, Vic. They're coming from two different styles and class, right?
Yeah,
Anton's coming from more of a social media,
Mm-hmm.
YouTube style, right?
Yeah.
right.
Whereas he got his from the, Mr. Samuels and Lapeef and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
all of
that.
those kids, right? That's his groundwork, right?
Yeah.
But then you got Corey Holcomb, who's a comedian. He's coming from, you know, Nick Cannon and Wildin' Out and all that. And he was one of the first Wildin' Out people. I think he was on season
He
one.
was. He
Yeah,
was. I might put
Nick,
that. I might
him,
cut that
Pat
in. Yeah.
Williams, a few of them
Yeah.
are Wildin' Out alumni. You know what I mean? Where they've been
That's
on
true.
there for seasons, right?
Yeah.
And the beauty and beast of Corey is the fact that Corey has no filter, but yet Corey has no filter, right? So that's the beauty and beast of him. That's what makes him great, and then that's what brings him down, which is
True.
why he
Yeah.
has to have his own platform, which is why he can't
Facts.
be on Wild 'N Out all the time, which is
Mm-hmm.
why he
Facts.
can't rub shoulders all the time, right?
Yeah.
Because yeah, okay, cool, that's funny a little bit, but yo, I'm pretty sure Nick Cannon was like, yo, you gotta chill out a little bit, dog. You know what I
I
mean?
don't know if Nick
You know,
said that, but the producer probably did. Mm-hmm.
absolutely, absolutely. Like, yo, we rubbing shoulders with this dude and that dude, yo. You can't be saying that on TV.
Right, on TV. Now,
Yeah,
in a comedy club or in an interview with, I don't know, Source magazine back in the day, sure, but
yeah.
not on the. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But let me, if you want, Vic, you want me to press play on the rest of it?
Let me say one more thing, and then we can move to the next part.
Mm-hmm.
Um, back note, side note.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Anton out his own mouth, because I don't speak on what a nigga didn't tell me or I didn't see myself.
Mm-hmm.
He said he spoke to Corey before the show on the phone. There was no tension. Everything was chill. He let Corey know, I'm not interested in being your friend. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not trying to make a bond or a friendship. I want to come on, discuss some things, make some content, and move the fuck on. And I would prefer it that way because I don't want to feel like I have to restrain myself if I want to speak candidly. So that is what they agreed upon, both of them, before this stream. So it's not like, oh, well, you should have an expectancy of you coming in here to have some kind of a peace mentality. That was not their agreement. They came in to say, hey, it's whatever. But you welcome to come in, but understand if I feel a way, I'm swinging. And you're like, nigga, me too. Okay, come on inside.
Okay, so there was a subtle issue there from the beginning. Okay,
Yeah.
got you. So, subtle issue. Okay, got you. Because I was getting ready to say, why you don't want friends like that? Like, I thought the best way to come up is to have friends everywhere. But never mind.
It's a backstory, but I don't want to get into it.
No,
But Vic,
I
I
got
just want to say this real quick, y'all. That I'm gonna tell you real quick. That requires a level of respect, right?
you. Mm-hmm.
And I think that both don't have a level of respect for each other. That's just clear for whatever reason.
Mm. Okay, I see. I see, but I'm learning. I'm learning how it really is out here in these YouTube streets, and you know what I mean. Clearly, hold on. Let me cue this up.
We say that. We say that. But here's the
I don't
truth.
have a boss.
It's a reason you go after black males or black people quicker than you will go after white males. What are white males responsible for in this country as the
I'm
downfall
an
of
equal
it?
accountability smoke giver. I talk about everybody.
I'm just saying, I ain't heard you talk about white men
Well, you
since
ain't
you've
been
been up here.
You ain't been listening. You ain't been listening.
I've been listening to you. I just haven't. I hear you taking it.
You don't have the capacity to be able to listen because you're too busy.
No. You got me wrong.
You're too busy.
My capacity that you just criticized, that's an opinion. Here's the fact. Have you seen something about Caucasian males and how they destroy this nation? Well, what did I miss?
Let's slow down because you're talking loud, but you're not saying a lot.
No, you talking loud, and you still talking around. What did the Caucasian male do to America to bring it down?
I'm not getting into that.
You dancing around it, and that's why I lose.
If he's not getting into it, what is he saying he going to answer to? Like, that question is, have you spoken about that? And if so, where have you spoken about that? Because clearly there's been some controversy over him not speaking about a certain demographic of people, like on his channel, period. There's been some debate about that. So if he said, I'm going to answer your question, if now he's saying I'm not going to get into that, what is he talking about at this point? Now I'm confused here. I'm a bit confused.
You see how when I came on here, we could talk about the fight, we could talk about what they talking about, but I set an agenda for this conversation, right? They didn't set no agenda. So Corey, excuse me, is trying to direct the conversation to where he wants it to go, which is, hey nigga, prove to me that you're not a sellout. That's what he's saying without saying it. Anton ain't dumb. He know that's what it. Niggas been calling Anton a coon sellout all this forever.
Forever, yeah.
That's not news to him. He know what it look like, whether niggas say it out loud or subliminally. He's had those conversations.
He has, yeah.
However, Corey didn't do no homework on Anton.
He watched a video that
nigga probably watched 3 clips that somebody sent to him. You're like, yo, who the fuck is this nigga here? What's up with this nigga, man? And Anton has probably 15 years worth of content that he's never taken down.
Correct.
So who the fuck is gonna go through 15 years of content to see what you about and how you've evolved? Because people evolve, their points of view evolve. Right. But here's what I'm saying. The fact of the matter is, what's happening is Anton ain't new to the internet. Anton ain't some other celebrity who's now on Corey Holcomb's show being pressed. Anton is a content creator. He don't be on other niggas' panels like that. He be on his show. He's used to controlling the narrative. He's used to controlling the conversation. And what he's trying to do is redirect. Just like if you playing chess on a chessboard and you see what a nigga's trying to do, you do everything to forward what he's trying to do. Anton is playing chess. He know what Corey's getting at, but he's saying, nah, I don't want to get into that right now. Because initially, he just said just now, I don't want to get into it. Initially, he said, I don't want to get into that right now. We'll get into it. That's what he said. We'll get into it. I don't want to get into it right now. This is the second time Corey has pressed him on it in this conversation. And this time he just said, I don't want to get into it. That's why Corey responded and said, well then nigga, what the fuck? If you're not going to speak on that, what we talking about? So at the end of the day, Corey's trying to force him to answer his question directly right now. Anton is saying, nigga, I'll get around to that, but I want to talk about the broader scope of why I have these conflicts and how I've been misunderstood. However, Corey's not going for it. He like, nigga, get straight to the shit. Talk about some white men and make me feel better about who you are.
Well,
Prove to me that we deserve to be sitting at the same table right now.
Well, okay, I can give you credit on what you're saying in terms of the truth of what happened. However, if my intuition is worth its salt, okay, I think that Corey watched a video, maybe two, of somebody else who did a compilation on Anton about that specific issue. I've seen two videos, and I told you this. I've seen two videos of somebody who combed through Anton's content and did an investigation on why he never speaks on white men specifically. I've seen two videos from two uh, two content creators that probably may only got between 1,000 and 5,000 subscribers, like very small content creators, and they had time and they went through it. Like, they had screenshots, video footage, they had links, they went through the whole thing. But for him to say, I only want to deal with that right now, he's very confident that he doesn't have it on his channel for somebody who don't know him. And that's stupid. If you don't know this person, why are you saying, where's your content? If he don't follow Anton and he's asking that question, he feels confident. And the only way to feel confident is if you've seen somebody else do the work for you in a very short amount of time. Because like you said, Anton been on here way too long for you to have combed through all of that information. You've seen somebody else who had months, if not weeks, to get that together. And you watched the same video I seen. And so it is the truth that when he says, well, I speak on, I speak, I'm an accountability person for
Equal
everybody.
accountability, yeah.
Accountability, that feeds into the narrative that he's setting the conversation up. If you're saying that you give equal accountability to all groups, right? That's what you're saying. You're not proving that. You're saying that. He has proof in his mind from what he's seen that that's not the truth. And this right here is a good point for a conversation to get kicked off, because we all feel different. And first, if Anton is agreeing that he has content, well, let's talk about it. Like, why is it that people feel that you don't address this when you do? This is a good starting point. But for whatever reason, the way Corey came into the conversation is it was a bit aggressive. But again, for me, it's
A
aggressive.
bit aggressive.
For me as a woman, but as a man,
For anybody.
For anybody, okay. Well, for anybody, that's aggressive. But here's the thing: y'all are telling me that this is his normal everyday, and so Anton should be, I guess, aware of this coming
He
on
is.
somebody else's platform. So he shouldn't have taken that, but so offensively. But
He's not offended by it. He's just trying to fend it off. And what Corey is doing is what I say to you a lot of times, force to play.
Oh, I'm forcing the play.
Corey is trying to force the play and say, nah, nigga, get straight to it, nigga. Nah, don't beat around the bush. Don't talk about all the other shit you want to talk about. Don't get around to it. Get straight to it.
Be a straight shooter. Yeah.
And as a man, even if I wanted to talk about it, no, I'm gonna fucking slow roll you, nigga. Who are you to tell me how and when to speak? Nigga, I'm here voluntarily, nigga. I bought my own plane ticket, nigga. You ain't running shit over here. I got money. I don't need this shit. Why the fuck would I just say what you want me to say? I'm a difficult nigga anyway.
It's two war generals going at it, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Anton does his research and Corey does his research. I've studied both of them enough to know that they both do their research. Corey, he when he beats with people, he digs deep. And I've seen Anton beef from people. And when Anton beat people, when he responds, he digs deep. Neither one of them are they shoot to kill. And if they got to shoot multiple times, they have enough ammo to shoot multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And in Corey's panels or Corey's shows, if you watched it, I done seen people get hands and feet put on them in Corey's joint. You know what I mean? Yeah,
You
he's a
seen
comedian.
whole fights over there in the studio. That's
Yeah,
what
I
you
ain't
said.
gonna say. I ain't gonna say the
That's his
comedian
last
thing.
co-host. It happened. He
Yeah,
got a
Really?
loss.
yeah,
He got a
yeah.
lawsuit behind that shit, and that's why
Yep.
he's a little hesitant about this whole fisticuffs on camera shit.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, I did not know that. Like I
Yeah.
said, I don't know much about Corey, but okay, I get you.
They
I got
both they both they both can be reckless at times, but trust me, they both do their research. Both of them do their research. Trust me.
you. I
If
think you're right.
Anton is a C student, I think Corey's a D student. I think you're giving him way too much credit, Mr.
Nah,
Best.
nigga, I'm telling you, he
That
prides
nigga
himself
copying
on being.
another nigga homework, nigga. He's not doing no real
Nah,
research. That
I'm
nigga's not
telling you,
even a
he prides
computer nigga. His hands don't do this.
he prides himself on clapping back at people, and
He
he
do.
prides
I can see
himself
that.
on researching things and knowing people stuff. I mean, and he's bumped heads with a lot of people. I've
Mm,
seen Corey go at a lot of people, man. A lot of
okay.
people.
Okay. Okay. So he's not afraid, but that's his gimmick. That's his, as they say, his spew. He goes after people. He's very upfront. He on his platform. He is very to the point, and he likes to get to it, and get to it raw. That's his thing. So if you're gonna come on there and you know that, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of split on that in terms of filter. He has no filter. And so,
Uh-huh.
is it okay for the guest to also have no filter? Is that how this go?
When you in another man's house, you gotta watch that shit. And
Okay.
Facts.
even if you're not in his house, you still gotta watch that shit depending on where you want it to go. That's what a filter is about. A filter is about controlling your ego in order to control your outcome. That's it.
I got okay. I got you. Okay. So let me add this to the stage here. Because this I'm this was crazy. Okay.
Respect for you when you start dancing and kissing Caucasian males' ass.
But I don't.
Don't
Whoa.
do that in front of me because I'm not an ass kisser of nobody.
Yes, you are. You suck the dick of
When you-
black people right now. You doing the easy shit. What you do, let me tell you what
Stop.
you do.
Stop. 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 Okay. Now, let's get into it. Both filters are now officially off.
Okay. That's okay. No. Okay.
What you mean, though?
He said you kiss white men's ass, right? That is to say, you are pandering to a certain audience. Now, it's a colloquial statement. We all use it to say, yo, kiss my ass. We don't literally mean kiss my ass.
Nah.
That's
I'll
that.
never tell a nigga to kiss my ass and it been cool afterwards. The reality,
If you got to go to
hey, that
somewhere else,
nigga better
you
be
been
my
told,
best friend. He better
no,
be my family or
no,
my best friend, and we better talk like that all the time.
no,
That shit
no.
is never gonna be cool. You can't say a man kiss another man's ass since we so homophobic, and at the same time, you see Anton finger right there?
I see his finger.
When you whip that motherfucker out like that, body language. That's a problem. If a nigga start pointing at me, I don't give a fuck. He said, hey nigga, the money right over there. Like, yo, stop pointing at me, nigga. I can see it. Fuck is you doing with your fingers?
Wait wait a minute. Okay, wait 1 minute. All right. What I'm saying here is this. When it comes to the statement itself, that's what I'm saying. The subcontext here was missed. If I said, listen, if I said to, I don't know, a content creator that makes content specifically for, let's say, interracial mixing, right? And I say to that content creator, I think you kiss, white men's ass too much. You always praising white men. You never talk about the downfall of any couple that might be mixed race. I'm not literally saying the thing. You see what I'm saying? We understand what that means, but again, if you're the type of person to take that statement literally, and now you have to come back with something that is more literal, that tells me something's wrong here. Okay, now I don't know.
I don't know you like that. Why are you so comfortable to even use profanity with me? Less more directed at describing my actions.
The reason
What,
why
let,
is
let me let me let me
because
let me just let me just say let me just say this, right?
uh-huh.
The original misunderstanding, because I don't want to go backwards.
Okay.
The original misunderstanding happened. The reason why Corey felt comfortable to say, "Well, you kissing a white man's ass," is because he thought Anton took the gloves off first when he said, "You don't got the capacity to keep up with what the fuck I'm saying out here." He didn't say,
Okay.
"How you know how much time I got?" Nigga, I got plenty of time. You don't know how much YouTube I watch. Nigga, I might have watched all your shit. That's not how he responded. He said, capacity? I mean, that's an opinion. So he took it as a shot, but he shook it off because he didn't want the nigga to misdirect the conversation because he wanted to get back on his ass. Nah, nigga, you don't get to get off that easy. Nah, yeah, I hear your shot, nigga, but prove yourself. But in his head, he like, okay, the gloves is off. So he's gonna turn up the temperature another notch, which is why he felt more comfortable to say, "Oh, what's it, nigga? You over here kissing white man's ass." Cause see, nigga, don't say that in front of me, nigga, cause I don't really fuck with niggas who, cause I'm the kind of nigga, you gotta be careful who niggas who talk like that. But
So,
but let me land this.
mm-hmm.
When he say, cause you minimizing, and I think everybody's minimizing, saying, "Oh, nigga, that's apples and oranges." Telling a nigga to kiss your ass or he kiss ass ain't the same thing as saying he sucked dick. He didn't say he sucked. He said you sucked the black community's dick. Because if we just talking about metaphorical, we both know that none of these niggas is sucking dick and kissing them ass.
Right.
Hopefully.
Right.
But the reality is that kissing ass in a man's head, if you telling me, "Oh, nigga, you over there kissing ass," if you tell me I kissed the boss ass, my coworker say, "Man, you always kissing the boss ass," that shit's not gonna be cool. What you saying is I'm a hoe. What you saying is I'm weak. You saying I'm a punk. You saying I feel a way, but I'm scared to say how I really feel. You saying I'm unauthentic. You saying my word can't be trusted. You saying I'm over here grifting and selling shit that it ain't real. So it wouldn't matter what words you use. If you just use the words I used that had no profanity in it, I feel away. I feel like you trying my manhood, or at least my integrity. And my integrity is worth damn near more than my manhood.
I understand.
It's on par.
I understand that, but we are talking about two children right now. Okay, like you said, we are not speaking. I don't care if you feel like the gloves was taken off or not. The conversation is still the conversation. Somebody said, "Hey, you never talk about certain types of people." I think you're kissing their ass by leaving them out of the conversation. You're making them feel better than what they are. That's not the worst thing in the world for somebody to say to you when they're challenging your idea, especially in our community as candid as we talk. And then for him to turn around though and make his statement even more, it's like clearly these two are infantile, like very infantile. You took that overly to the chest. And then the next person says something overly to the chest. Everything is overly to the chest. But then the issue is going to be about, well, maturity, right? Clearly, we're not talking about two mature men. We're not. And when we say these are two generals, sometimes generals, right, can be immature. They can, because there's a time to see that somebody's turning up on you and realize that no matter how much they turn up on you, they're not a threat. Can only be a good thing. If somebody want to turn up and say, "Hey, you kiss a white man's ass. I think you in bed with the white man. I think you get paid by the white man more, and that's why you doing all this." Anson could capitalize off that 6 different ways to Sunday. But for him, for anybody to take these two interactions so far, literally, and then take it to the chest too. You're telling, I don't believe you when you're in a room trying to give advice to anybody about what we should do as people, what men should be as grown adult men. I don't believe you, because in real life, which is right now, you're proving who you really are in real life, not on the keyboard. In real life, you're the type of person that somebody would say, "Man, listen, get the fuck out of here with that. I ain't fucking with your ass." And then you really think they mean for you to leave the room and they never want to speak to you again. Like, what we doing here? What we doing?
All right. Best.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Um, Now listen, if the three of us was having the conversation, and we've had heated conversations, right? And we may say different things to each other, it's still a level of respect, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like Vic is saying, they don't have that decorum, so that respect level isn't there. It's just not. So now he shot back, and now he pointing fingers, and now it's about to go there. It's about to go there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
It's
about
about to
to.
go
We
there.
about we about we about to
And even
see.
and even and okay, and y'all can say this right. Y'all said body language, right? We
Yeah,
see the one. We seen OG Darlene sitting in the middle, right? Salute to
yeah.
OG
Right.
Darlene. When they first started talking, you see how she just started tightening up just from them talking, and she started looking around. That she already felt uncomfortable just from the gate, right? Because she already could tell she knows how Corey is. She's with him like almost every day or every week. She probably already watched some Anton videos, so she know how he moved. So now,
Mm,
yeah, she knows about to go down.
mm.
And as they get into it,
Yeah.
she like, man, I don't want to be here right now. I don't want to be here
She
right now.
do. She do look like she look like if y'all don't stop this right
Yeah,
now.
she don't got no poker face.
Yeah.
So check me out. We moving on to point two: how to prevent and move past miscommunication. The what's happening started from the original miscommunication where Corey misperceived that Anton say this nigga you's a dummy. You don't got the capacity to keep up with the fuck I got going on. That's what he heard. But that ain't what Anton said or meant.
Right. I
So right now, I'm responding to what you just said, but I ain't heard clearly what you just said. Anton peeped that, but he didn't redirect and say, "Oh no, brother, I'm not trying to say you stupid. No, I meant you don't got the time. Excuse me for using the word wrong, like capacity. Capacity was the wrong word. He didn't do none of that. Let us proceed.
okay. So all right, let me put this bag up. Let me put this bag up because it get quick around there. Hold on. Here we go with the finger.
See, ain't nobody gonna tell you something. I mean, I don't tell you. I don't suck dick.
Yeah,
I don't
you do.
suck
Yeah,
dick.
you do.
So
You're
fix
doing
that.
it right now.
I don't suck dick.
You doing it right now.
Homie, believe me when I tell you. I don't
Believe me
do
when I
that.
tell you.
I don't do that.
Listen.
So
Hold, pause it right there. Pause it right there. We're going right back to the video, but I gotta address this. Don't even switch the screen.
Okay.
When he said, "Hey, bro, let me tell you something, bro. Stop the conversation. Let's talk about the fact that you said I sucked it. Fuck everything else. That ain't true about me." He didn't say, "My nigga, I beat your ass." Cause that's what I would have said. "Hey, my nigga, I beat your ass. You know that, right? I'll move everything in this bitch right now. Darling, get the fuck out the way. Hey, I beat your ass, my nigga." We wouldn't even got to I don't like that. He'd have had to figure that out based on my reaction. Corey is still filtering himself. As a man, he's saying, "Hey, bro, I'm giving you an opportunity because maybe you don't know, but I don't fuck around like that. I don't do that in real life, and I don't play with a nigga saying that to me." And what Anton didn't do this time, okay? This is the second time to clear up miscommunication. We got reasonable suspicions about attitude. I think we got probable cause that he got a fucking attitude. But we got reasonable suspicions about his intentional his intention to not clear up with an obvious miscommunication. He didn't mean, "Hey, bro, I think you suck dick. I think you be out there on the corner in the worst neighborhood sucking dick in the black community." That ain't what he meant. But clearly, Corey is responding as if that's what he meant, right?
Correct.
So when you see somebody take something completely out of context in the way you meant, you're like, "Oh, hell no. Hey, listen, bro. Hey, you know what? My bad. You know what? Poor choice of words on me. I already know how niggas feel about niggas saying shit even remotely like that. So
Yeah.
let me rephrase.
Okay.
You out here for the black. Now, he don't got to change shit about what he's saying. He just got to change how he's saying it in word choice, which is also a matter of filter. And if you
Correct.
get the wrong word choice, you will fuck around and create a miscommunication.
Right.
So that's how we get here. Keep going.
So wait,
That's like somebody. Can y'all hear me?
yeah, I can hear
Yeah.
you.
That's like somebody saying, "Hey Vic, you playing for the other team. You act like you playing for the other team, right?" Even
Right.
like once they say that, he can't redirect. There is no coming back. There is no coming back. Once
Mm.
No,
once
you can absolutely say, hey, listen, I misspoke. Hey man, hey, maybe
nah,
I took
ain't
it.
no
You no,
misspoke. We
I'm
on
saying
now. It's on.
in the moment, just because a nigga get hot with you doesn't mean you can't correct it. That's one of our problems. We feel like if a nigga turn
There you
up,
go.
then fuck it, it's up then. It don't matter if it was an accident. I stepped on your shoes and you pushed me in my chest. Well then fuck it. I gotta go and swing on you. No, I can be like, hey, listen, my bad, brother. I'm gonna let that slide, but I didn't mean to step on your shoes. I apologize. I know
So,
I stepped on these motherfuckers. That we can't deny that.
mhm.
And they smudged, and they was nice, and they not nice no more. Here's a couple dollars, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get you some more.
Mm.
There's a lot of things we can do. We in those moments, you could have said, "Hey, listen, bro. That's I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't
You
have said
right,
that.
Vic, but
Let me say it this way so we can continue this conversation.
That's nice
in the
thinking.
perfect world, yes, that would happen. But go ahead, Lola. I'm sorry.
But I'm saying that's nice thinking, but I truly believe like what Highway 20 Skinny said here that he knows because Anton did some homework too. We haven't spoken about that, but Anton has, and him saying instead of him saying no, you kiss ass, he decided to say something.
Nigga, you can't push me and say I can't swing.
What you
Don't
talking
push.
about?
Listen, if you can't control, you say, "Hey, nigga, I only pushed you. How you gonna punch me if I just push you? Supposed to push me back, bitch ass nigga. I wish you would put your hands on me, nigga. I might shoot you in the face."
No,
Niggas like, "Oh, that's
no,
way too
no,
far."
no, no, because that's not how we fight fair. That's not fighting fair. Okay. If
There's
somebody
no fair and fight. Don't even go in the same sentence.
are they actually fighting or are they intellectually sparring? Which one?
However you want to say it.
They
I ain't got.
intellectually sparring.
I ain't got to do what you do.
They
I ain't got to do what you do.
intellectually.
Hey,
They
hey, hey, hey,
intellectually.
look, hey, okay, let me address it like this, right? See, you smart, you be on that. The lead attorney, shout out to the lead, my brother, I love you, bro. I'm glad you're doing better. See you back out here on these YouTube streets. He took out some time today with his intellect to address this bullshit. And the reality is, that just tell you how hot the subject is or how dry the YouTube streets is. I don't know which one it speaks on more. But
Mhm.
he said this is a high level second or third year legal student term. It's
Okay.
not gaslighting.
Mhm.
It's not provoking. The word that they use, a legal term, he called it opening the door.
Okay. Yeah.
Once you open the door
Yeah.
for vulgarity,
Mhm.
for insults,
Mhm.
for fighting words, you open any of these doors, loud talking, it don't matter. That's what the filter is for. Because when you don't use your filter, niggas say, well, fuck it, I'm taking mine off. You
Right.
don't know how much this nigga was holding back. That don't mean he holding back the same thing you was holding back.
Okay.
The reality is that once he opened his door, we say, hey, what you say? You went low, so I went to hell.
I've heard the phrase. I have, but see, the problem is people say that until they in court. Okay, like they say that until they in that court. All right, and most of them don't have Johnny Cochran on their side. So what? So what I'm saying, what I'm saying is, in this conversation, what? Okay, the second point that you saying that we on is what again, Vic?
Miscommunication.
Miscommunication. So right now, right, the miscommunication is Anton is saying, hey, you're accusing me of what you do. So it would have been fair for him to say, I don't feel that I kiss anybody's ass. In fact, I feel you kiss such and such the black community's ass. That would have been fair. But for him to say you and go into the profanity, now you in different territory because it might mean the same thing, but in reality, like you said, some people don't take the phrase of sucking penis towards them in any positive, like even if you mean it metaphorically, like we say that all the time metaphorically, but some people don't. Now, if you've been around most people, especially black men, they don't take kindly to that, obviously, and Anton knows that, and I'm more adept to believing that he said that on purpose.
That was an intentional escalation. Absolutely.
Intentional escalation. So right now he's not being measured, and he's
Oh,
playing.
he's being measured.
Oh,
Niggas just don't like what he measuring out.
Okay, touche. Let me keep it going. Let me keep it rocking.
Hold on. Before you go on, let me say this so that we don't have to go back. We talking about miscommunications.
Mm-hmm.
Under miscommunications and how to prevent them, you must immediately decide where you want it to go. Anton already decided where he wanted to go. He wanted to go up.
Cause he crazy.
So what?
That ain't. We talking about de-escalation, right?
The difference that I'm speaking on is that where people get caught up is when they don't decide where they want it to go. They let somebody else decide. They let their emotions decide. But if I intentionally decide that, hey, I'm finna get this nigga off his square, because when he get hyped, he gonna get caught up in this shit, and he ain't go. Oh, I'm finna buy some time for my boys to come up. Whatever the fuck my chess play is, you not playing chess no more. You want to knock the shit off the board. You not playing no more. What I'm saying is that if you decide, hey, listen, my kids is waiting on me to get to the house. I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm going home today. I ain't going to jail. Then I ain't worried about what the fuck you say, because my motherfucking mission comes above my ego, my pride, and all that shit in between. Smile. This is how you get it done. Smile. Stay calm. Quickly apologize. Or if you're not apologizing, nigga, or niggas don't respect your apology, correct the record and just say what you meant, say what it is,
and leave it there.
And absolutely don't get baited. Right. Niggas will puppet string your ass, because Corey right now is telling the world, fuck what Anton talking about. He's telling the world that any Joe off the street can walk up to him and be like, hey, pussy nigga, suck my dick. And he either gonna have to take it, just like that. Hey, niggas walk up to Dave Chappelle all the time and be like, and what they say, I'm Rick James, bitch.
Yeah, all the time.
He don't want to hear that shit all the time. You nigga said it in this show, like, nigga, I'm with my fucking kids, man, chill out.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you just told the world where your hot button is. And now you just dared everybody to push it. Shannon Sharp did the same shit with Mike Epps. You just told a nigga how to defeat you, because you can be played with. A nigga can pull your strings.
Did I not?
Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. You a toy to be played with at this point.
Did I not explain that when I said that we not talking about maturity right now? Because this no. If somebody can say words and get you out your seat and your body over words, and let's say metaphorical words, listen, I don't want to hear nothing about what.
Ask any nigga who's done any significant time how he feel about a nigga getting him off his square with words. Ask him how much that time cost him, about that motherfucking ego, about that man, let me tell you something, man.
Wait, hold on. You telling me? Oh, you know what? Okay, because see, Corey got some shit with him, but so did Anton. But
Corey ain't never did no motherfucking time.
He didn't.
I can smell a nigga who ain't never did no time.
Clearly, he ain't done shit. But right now, he thinks he the big kahuna because he got out his seat. Now, mind you, like I said in the beginning of the stream, I don't know no circumstances like this where you get out your seat and sit back down and nothing happened. Like, I'm not used to that. But okay, let me roll the tape.
Good. Hey, check the chat, family, if you can.
What'd you say, hon?
Oh, check the private chat, sister.
Okay. Vic,
what's happening?
Did you see the back chat?
Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Nah, not yet. Let's get to the get through the mission, and then we'll see what the family talking about.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let's
No,
see.
Oh shit. Goddamn.
Dick sucking shit.
Now see,
I
hell
don't
no.
give a fucking man. I don't do no dick sucking shit.
I don't give a fuck about nothing.
Well, I tell you what, watch that dick sucking shit, cause that'll go bad.
Call it what you want.
I don't do no dick sucking,
You say a
homie.
lot of shit that I don't fuck with either. You
Okay, but that gay shit, oh, you
don't give a fuck about.
hey homie, I tell you what,
I'm right here.
don't put no dick sucking shit. Don't put no dick sucking shit on me, nigga.
I'm from Detroit.
Say
Right
I
now.
suck a dick again.
I'm right here, right now.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna respect you.
Dance around it. Dance around it.
No.
I don't do no dick sucking shit.
I'm gonna respect you because it's your platform, and I come out here to have a conversation.
We good,
but
we
you're not
good.
closing up on me.
We good. I did it already. I don't need dick sucking
the
shit.
microphone right down,
Yo.
right now. I'm going up back. I don't give a fuck about it.
Where the fuck is security? Talking about going out back. Are they in the room? But never mind. I'm sorry.
No,
Shit,
sir.
homie, you just running your mouth.
I'm not running my mouth.
You
You
running your
running
mouth. I
your
don't do
You
no
doing
dick
this shit for
sucking
the
shit.
internet. You doing it for the internet. Now, if you want to say your time, no, hold on. If you want
I'll
to say
show
Anton,
you I ain't doing it for the internet.
if you
I'm
want to
saying,
say Anton,
I'm saying,
don't
I'ma let
disrespect
you
me like
finish.
that. If you want to say Anton, don't disrespect me like that. I'll respect you, but don't boss up on me because you said a lot of shit to me today that I don't fuck with either. But I let that shit ride because you don't know me.
I gotta stop it right here. And the reason why I gotta stop it right here is because what I don't appreciate is, first of all, no matter what these people's intentions is as far as like why they doing it, my problem is the internet is forever. And I can vividly screenshot and show links right now of people on both them sides, especially Anton, who literally somebody told them, "Hey, I'm here. I haven't spoken to you like that. Don't speak to me like that. I take that as disrespect." And both these people decided to ignore that warning, especially Anton specifically. I like, especially. And so it's like, what are we doing with the lies at this point? Because the internet,
What are you talking about?
he just said to Corey about what he should have done. And in everyday circumstances, I would agree. What you should have done was say, "Hey, don't say that to me. I take that as disrespect." That makes sense in the real world professionally. But when we realize that people have told Anton, "Hey, what you just said to me, I take that as high disrespect. Please don't repeat that to me. I'm not speaking to you like that." He literally said, "I don't care." And in one instance, he said, "I'ma say it," and he said, I'm your daddy N-word." And he kept on repeating it. So he showed somebody
Those
can.
are separate scenarios. We only talking about
It's
this
not.
one.
It's not a separate scenario when the point Anton is making is just tell me that what I said disrespected you, and it's all good. I won't say it again. I will
That
be
ain't what he said.
okay.
That's not what he said. What he said. You talking? I thought Bess was saying something. No, what he actually said was, "Nigga, I don't give a fuck if you offended. You've been saying shit the whole night that's offended me, and I've been letting that shit slide, nigga. Why you think that now that you offended, that I should give a fuck about how you feel?"
I got that back, but that's not
Play
what
it back a few seconds and see what he said.
okay, let's do that.
But that gay shit, oh, you don't give a fuck about you. Hey, homie, I tell you what, don't put no dick sucking shit. Don't put no dick sucking shit on me, nigga.
I'm from Detroit.
Say I suck a dick again.
I'm right here, right now.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna respect you.
Dance around it. Dance around it.
No. I
don't do no dick sucking shit.
I'm gonna respect you because it's your platform, and I come out here to have a conversation.
We good,
but
we
you're not
good.
closing up on me.
We good. I did it already. I don't need dick sucking
the
shit.
microphone right down,
Yo.
right now. I'm going up back. I don't give a fuck about this shit.
Homie, you just running your mouth.
I'm not running my mouth.
You running your mouth. I don't do
You
no
doing
dick
this shit for
sucking
the
shit.
internet. You doing it for the internet. Now, if you want to say your time, no, hold on. If you want
I'll
to say
show
Anton,
you I ain't doing it for the internet.
if you want to say Anton,
I'm saying,
don't
I'ma let
disrespect
you
me like
finish.
that. If you want to say Anton, don't disrespect me like that. I'll respect you.
Now, do I need to show y'all a link where somebody literally said the exact words that just came out of his mouth to him and what his
What somebody else got to do with this right here? We right here. We in pocket. We
no,
men. We focus.
he's
Don't bring up what how I handled another nigga.
that's
Me and
fine.
that other nigga got a different scenario. I
No,
was feeling different on that day. The scenario, it was raining. The motherfucking sun was on the east instead of the west. That don't got nothing to do with what me and this nigga right here got going on.
no. Because see, the problem is, and you're being hyperbolic. The problem is, Anton is saying if you would have done, and he's describing what he would have do based on who he is, not based on the situation, based on who
Mhm.
he is. And
He
it's
gave that
like
nigga a resolution. He didn't say this is how I handle my problems.
you
He
don't give
said
resolutions after the fact if you're not talking about something that we know this is who you are as a person. Like, listen, this is how I run things when it comes to how people talk to me. That's what is being picked up on you. I can't sit here and say, well, if you would have spoken to me differently, and you already know I'm not even about that life. I don't respect what that's being said as other proof that I don't. Look, I can't say that to you if you know me and know my past. But if you don't know my past to know what I'm saying to you don't make no sense because I ain't never respected it, it's gonna sound real cute. But that's why I said the internet is forever. And on the purpose of communication, what he's communicating is this is the truth about me. I'm a very respectful person. When people tell me that, hey, what I just said is disrespectful, you don't have to get up out your chair and come out here and start showing your ass. That's what he's trying to say, but in reality, no, that's not the truth.
that's not true. What he's saying, what you're trying to say, what you're trying to say is based on what I know about you, Anton, based on what the internet remembers about you and all of these other situations, you're a hypocrite
Yeah,
because you don't respect that. So what would make us think that if you haven't done that in the past, that you do it now? No. What he's saying is, yo, my nigga, if you got a problem with what I'm saying, just say you got a problem with what I'm saying. And maybe I'll just chill. You can't say I'll chill. I got to say I'll chill. And even if you ask me to chill, I may oblige you. I may not. But you got to give me the opportunity. You can't say, oh, well, you didn't chill for the last nigga. Why would I even bother?
I didn't
Why would
say.
anybody do anything if they're basing it off of what the fuck a nigga history? How far? Where's the cutoff for digging in a nigga history?
I don't think that Corey should have dug in his history. I'm saying this right now that Anton is projecting and he's performing for the cameras and the internet. Because at the end of the day, he forgot that the internet is forever, and people are gonna roll back the tape to show somebody, literally multiple people, saying the exact words that came out his mouth.
When I
And,
was 30 years old, I
right,
slapped a nigga in his mouth for talking to
right,
my homeboy reckless. Not me, my homeboy. I slapped the
right.
dog shit out of him for talking to another nigga that I just happen to know in a way that I didn't respect.
First of all, this was
Would
like
I do that today? Would a nigga say, "Ah, man, Vic, well, back in the day, you used to slap niggas in the mouth"?
if you don't drop the bro code, okay, it was what happened with Anton under those exact words did not happen 30 years ago, more like 30 days ago. Okay, like seriously, I'm gonna need you to stop. Telling
Okay,
me
okay,
Anton
okay,
so
okay.
innocent.
First of all, let me say this, okay? We all gonna pick our horses right now, okay? We gotta pick a side
I got a call.
because for some reason you think I'm defending somebody.
I didn't say you
What,
defended.
what we're doing is we supposed to be breaking down what's happening and actually trying to get through the nuance of what we can learn through this teachable moment. But for whatever reason, you trying to crucify Anton and you think I'm trying to vindicate the motherfucker.
I'm not
I
trying
don't
to
got no thing
crucify.
with Anton. You
I'm
know what I'm
not.
saying? We done had our little, but whatever. But at the end of the day, if anything, I should be the nigga trying to say, yeah, this bitch ass nigga. But that's not what I'm on. So
I'm
what I'm saying is right now, I want everybody to say who was right and who was wrong. And then as the stream continues, you need to support your motherfucking evidence.
I mean, they both wrong in hindsight.
They both
You know
wrong.
what I
Honey.
mean?
Nah, you gotta pick a side. Yo,
No,
ain't no
they
fence
both,
riding.
no.
No,
Who
they
was
both
more wrong?
wrong because
Who was more wrong? Whose fault is it that it started? Who was the source?
Oh, Anton,
well,
because he escalated. Anton, yeah.
All right, that's your side. Best.
well, I will say though, as a host, you have to show a sense of decorum still,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you can't
Okay.
allow, but Corey's show. That's what Corey's show is. Corey's show is a fire starter. So if you get on there, you got to know what to expect. Like I said, people have had hands and feet put on them on that show. So it is what it is.
So
You know what I
who's
mean?
more responsible?
If it's his house, then it's him.
So best say Corey's more responsible for how things played out in his house.
But
You
they're
say
both wrong, though. Like I said.
Anton, we got that.
Hmm.
Everybody can agree that they was both wrong, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now we just
Absolutely.
deciding who could have stopped this shit. So Lola says Anton is the bigger antagonist who incited this riot. I say Anton came on the show condescending, but Corey lost frame. I'm claiming Lola. Looks like girl powers out here or something.
No,
But let me say,
okay, my voters matter. Okay, my voters matter.
I'm just saying I completely agree with that statement for the starters. But what I'm saying right now is that I agree with Best. I also agree with you, Anton. No, hell no, I don't agree with you. Um,
You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about, man? This is what I'm
listen,
talking about right here.
because I'm addressing this shit in a vacuum. I know the backstory, but I'm addressing this shit in a vacuum. This shit happened long before. How does Corey know Anton Daniels? And why would he give a fuck to bring him on his show? There's history there.
That's a good
But
question.
but let's just skip over that and let's address in a vacuum what's in front of us.
Okay.
They're both wrong, for sure. There were so many exits that both of these people could have got off. They're both egomaniacs and they both want the fucking views. What Corey said, hey, how many people we got in the chat? And as soon as Anton, how many we got in the chat? He didn't become an internet nigga now. Anton came for the purpose. He came to boss up and big up on everything he can get done in California. As much visibility as he can get, he was gonna get it, and he got it. Hey, nigga, if it went good and got some publicity, good. If it went bad and we went viral, good. All visibility is good right now for Mr. Daniels because there's he like Floyd Mayweather right now. You don't gotta like him. You might be praying on his motherfucking downfall, waiting on him to lose, but motherfucker, take a number, and I hope you out there ain't in a hurry. So at the end of the day, my position is as men. Let's go back to the men in general. Hang on. As men in general, we have a responsibility to filter ourselves, prevent and correct miscommunication.
Okay.
And because none of those things happen, at the very least, we have a responsibility as elders in our community. Because now we're becoming elders. We're not little boys no more.
Yes.
Everybody in this conversation is 40 plus, from us to them. We are the what the children see to model themselves after. We cannot come down and say these kids is out of control, these YNs, when your grown ass to do the same thing them YNs do. Shut up, nigga. Nobody want to hear your false preaching, motherfucking high sedity, motherfucking get the fuck out of here, nigga. Nobody respects what you saying because you can't do it. You just want to tell another nigga they wrong. So what I'm saying specifically is that as men, we have a responsibility that even if we miss all the marks on the way on this ladder of escalation, everybody knows on a ladder what it say at the top before you step on that top. Don't step here. Not safe.
Okay.
This is not a step.
Okay.
Don't put your fucking feet here. The reality is that everybody knows where too far is. And even though they passed that verbal mark, there's also a physical ladder. And what Corey did is said, well, fuck the verbal ladder. I'm finna get on the physical ladder because I think I can intimidate you. You're a smaller man than me. I don't know how size this nigga, but clearly he's feels that he's more impressive of a physical specimen than Anton is.
He's bigger. He's bigger though, Vic. He's bigger.
No, I'm saying he's bigger, but I don't know how much bigger.
You
know what I'm saying?
He a lot bigger.
So,
but Vic, what you saying is right. Like what you saying, right? It's key words, right? So men know not to use. If we use certain keywords against each other, it's going to automatically start something, right?
Yeah.
Just like with women.
True.
Women, y'all use keywords. Y'all talk about each other's parents. Oh, look at that skinny chick. Okay. Look at that fat chick. Look at her hair, right? True. Y'all know if y'all say that, it's on. Mm-hmm. It's on. Like it's about to go down.
So let me land, Bess. Let me land, because I ain't picked my side yet.
Oh, my bad.
So what I say is that because Corey got on the physical ladder first, no matter where it go, I heard niggas cuss niggas out, cuss your mama out, cuss your kids out. Charleston White done talked about everybody, that damn kids name. Motherfucker put a finger on any nigga, except the one nigga in the barbershop. See, you can skip all the talking and go straight to the physical ladder. You don't gotta talk. That's not necessary. There's no rule that says you gotta talk before you go to a nigga ass. What Corey did is he said, excuse me, let me switch chairs. Nigga, if I feel like I need to get in your face, nigga, I ain't finna do no motherfucking sitting. What he did is he tried to physically intimidate Anton because he talking like, oh, you a telephone tough guy. You feel like because I'm on the other side of the room, nigga, I can't hear you from way over there. Let me see if you can talk to me like that when I'm this fucking close to you. I don't know what nigga who really on that would do that. Yeah. It didn't really look tough to tough niggas, but he thought it did. And the problem was Anton didn't take the bait. He didn't get intimidated. He stood on it or sat on it, pause. But the reality is that when them niggas butted heads on a physical level, now there's no more. Everything that you say just hit different when a nigga's sitting right beside you.
Well, okay.
He's in your personal bubble. I think Corey created that inside of his home. If a nigga disrespect me in my home to the point that I feel like I gotta get physical with him, I'm not gonna beat no nigga I invited to my home up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kindly ask this nigga to leave. And when I ask, hey, bro, you know what? I'm sorry, you crossed my lines, and I don't do that in here. I don't play that dick sucking shit, bro. I thought we could do more. We can't. Not at this point. I'm too hot. I need you to go. Now, if a nigga don't want to go, if a nigga want to keep gabbing, now we can get physical because I gave you an opportunity and a directive to get the fuck out of a place that I have dominion over. But for me to come now and try to intimidate you inside of my house with my boys in the back because I'm worried about my fucking image and my ego, that's on you, brother. And therefore, I place the blame at Corey Holcomb's feet higher than Anton.
No, wait a minute. Okay, I'm gonna one up you. I place the blame at God's feet right now because Corey called himself sonning him, sitting down in front of him and telling him how to talk and telling him don't do it again. He's sonning him. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there's a video going around with Anton saying and doing the exact same thing. Quote, no, I'm sonning you. Don't you do that. I'm sonning you, nigga. Like there's a video floating around.
Did you say at God's feet?
I'm placing this at God's feet. God said,
what are you talking about?
This is karma. Okay, since you want to run around telling people that you're going to use
Lord.
This is God saying
you saying God trying to teach this nigga something?
He's my son. And this is what's happening. I blame God. I don't blame Corey. Corey was only doing God's work. Okay. So this is
okay.
So let me
You like to jump off small bridges, all right?
Hey,
Let's move on.
I land good. I land good. Okay. See, I know how to not kill myself off.
Let us move on.
Whatever. Here we go. Here we go. This going towards the latter end.
May I make one last point?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think I agree with you, right? With Anton not taking the bait, but still, I think once he told him to say it again, if he wasn't gonna say it again, he should have just got up and just removed himself, right? Because now, if a dude come up to you and be like, "Yo, say that again," I'm in your face now. Say it again, and if you don't say it again, now you look a certain way. So now I'm like, yeah, you don't really want to do this. You don't want to do this because now this guy's in front of you. He's telling you, say this in front of my face. The woman not here to protect you or shield you. I'm in front of you, saying in front of my face. Anton did not. Right? So clearly he did not want it to go completely left. You know what I mean? He did not want it to go completely left, and he just left it alone. And I don't know how God got into this, Lola, but whatever.
Best, we was trying to move on, but you done open up new shit. I keep hearing this narrative, but he didn't say it again. He didn't say it again. Let me tell you something. Nigga, if you offend me, you don't gotta say it twice. If your next word ain't my bad, bro, you ain't gotta say you didn't mean to say it. You absolutely meant to say it. But hey, my bad. My bad, cuz. I took it too far. If that ain't the next thing you got to say, nigga, you don't got to say shit else, but I'm out. And if you ain't talking about, you know what, man, I'm out this bitch, then we're going to have a different kind. Corey ain't on that. Anton ain't on that. But the reality is, if you think you bitching me because I won't say it again, nigga, you don't control my mouth, nigga. If you want to do something, you ask me to go outside. Do that. Say, all right, tell you what, bro. Let's walk. You know what? Not only we all leaving, including you. Let's go. And now we're gonna have this conversation in the parking lot where shit can get moved around, where ain't no cameras at, and we ain't worried about our YouTube image.
But okay, we'll as we'll see the conversation escalate, right? We'll see why that can't happen. Salute to Miss Polly. Miss Polly, what's going on?
Peace, Miss Polly.
But still, right? That was a temperature check that he was doing to Anton. It was a temperature check.
Man,
right?
a nigga can't bitch me, cause I ain't no bitch. So everything in between, putting your motherfucking hands on me and you running your motherfucking mouth, I don't count.
But you're talking from your code. You're not talking from his code.
Right. You talking about from your code, because honestly, from where I'm from, if
you think Anton a bitch?
No. He said that he's not a tough guy. He said that, quote. Okay.
There's a difference between tough guys and bitches. I ain't no tough guy, but I ain't no bitch.
He said that he would call the police if somebody spit on him, and then they did spit on him. And he did call the police.
Oh, here you go. Didn't I say keep the fucking wheels in the road?
I'm trying to
keep it in the road.
You know what? Okay. Let me just let these people go, because see, every time I try to make this relevant, y'all want to go off into the clouds. All right.
We working off what we can see. Everybody don't know all this history.
That's why I'm saying it, so people understand the history. Okay.
No, nigga.
Wait a minute, hold on. You don't know where you're going if you don't know where you came from. Okay. Ain't that the truth?
Unless you're going to get the video, keep it on what's on the screen. We don't believe you. You need more people. Now, play the screen.
See, I'm going to superimpose this. Okay. I'm swearing this. I'm going to superimpose this just for your butt. Okay. Here we go.
To say it, and that people are supposed to respect the way that you move, but I don't think that you move the way that you're supposed to anyway.
I want this thing to be studied, because here's the truth. Brother Anton is talking about everybody else but himself and white men. This is a fact.
I like this chat. Let me tell y'all. I like the chat.
Wait a minute. You skipped something way too important.
That's why I said this goes towards the part where Anton get ready to leave.
What I'm saying is you got all the way to the escalation and you skipped it. We can't just skip the escalation.
What part should we go back to?
He got to sit in this nigga face And now we back to talking. What happened after a nigga get in a nigga face?
Okay, so this is what happened. I'm gonna take it back here.
Right now. We going back right now. I'm with you. I bet you won't say that shit. We going back right now. I got money for all this. What else? I got money too. Nobody give a fuck about that shit. Hey, no, it's not. I ain't phone. Go leave. Get out the way.
How you gonna grab the microphone and tell Darlene to get out the way? I don't need the microphone for nothing I'm trying to do.
He tried to monetize. Stop it. Okay.
He still want to talk. That's what the grabbing the microphone mean. I want to talk to my chat.
Okay. Leave Corey alone. Shoot, it's just a microphone. Hell.
Fuck you moving furniture for? Because you want to talk to me. You need that chair, nigga. Put it back.
No, Darlene.
Sit your black ass down.
No, stop. Women power. Darlene, move that furniture. How about that?
No, I ain't got to go out back right now because we got to go back to lead this motherfucker. But I'm saying that dick sucking.
I don't got to do it.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And if I don't say it how you like it,
if you want to get back to the conversation, we can get back to the conversation.
But just know,
I'm not listening to none of that shit, bro. Nigga. I'm not listening to none of that shit. If you want to get back to the conversation, we can get back to the conversation.
I don't hear you, nigga. He got punked by Anton.
You think that's a punk?
Nigga, your face card burnt in the street, nigga. Don't say no more tough shit to me. Don't say no tough shit to nobody, nigga. Or I'm a pay a nigga that live close to you just to walk up and slap shit out you when he see you in the street. And you ain't gonna know why or who it was. That's crazy work.
That's.
But hold on, Vic. You're missing a point, Vic. They both
crazy work.
They both said they got people there, right?
Yeah.
So he said, Anton, you got people here. He said, well, you got people here too.
They all in the room,
right?
He said, nigga, I got more money than you.
And then they brought up the money aspect.
What the fuck? What the fuck money got to do with this? What we want?
Hold on. Slow down, Vic. Slow down. Right? So, if you telling me I got an entourage here, and I'm telling you, well, I got people here too, right? And we both said that. Then we talk about the money part. Then you say you got them. Then you say something about your money, right? Woman get back in the way. You tell the woman get out the way, right? Well, he told the woman to get out the way, right?
And then
you know what I mean? Now he grabbed the mic. Their body language is still kind of showing they really don't want to do this.
It is.
Neither one of them want to do it. Neither one of them wants to. Right? Let's just be honest. Neither one of them wants to do this. Because Anton brought up, yeah, I do have security with me. Yes, I do. You know what I mean? And then he said, yo, you got people with you. And then he like, yeah, I got my entourage here with me too. So neither
Anton played. Put that last message back up there.
Okay, hold up.
Anton played tough guy, but apologized for the sake of bringing decorum back to the show. That's what Highway 20 Skinny say. That ain't what I say.
What did he do then?
Carry on, Bess.
My thing is this. If you really want to get it rocking with somebody, really want to get it rocking, and now they in your face, and they saying stand on the hill that you have now claimed to be on, and you cannot repeat the same statement. To me, it's a dub after that. It don't even matter. It don't matter if Corey sat back down. It don't matter about none of that. All that is out the window. At least that's my code.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? If you can't say it in front of my face, and I'm in your face, I'm
nigga, we not on the phone. I was here when you the first time.
Hold on, Vic. I'm close to you, like I'm about to give you a hug, and I'm telling you, say that one more time, and I'm gonna show you what it is. And you don't say it one more time.
You say that to your children, nigga.
Do whatever I want then.
That's a game you play with your children, nigga. What you say? Say it again. I'm gonna spank your ass.
Correct. He was.
You know what not to say.
He was sunning.
You motherfucking child, nigga.
Yeah,
you don't got one time to cross me.
Right. He was sunning.
But that's your code, though. That's your code.
Nigga, that's man law. Any nigga playing in between is trying to buy time and stall. He hoping that you don't say it again. He ain't hoping that you do say it. He hoping that you don't say it.
What
hold
if he
on. We don't. But hold on. We don't really know what he was hoping for. All I know, he got in that man. Hold on,
When the
Vic.
nigga grabbed
All
the
I know,
microphone, we knew
all
exactly what
I
he
know,
wanted.
all I
hold
know,
on?
he got in that man's face and he said, "Stand on your hill." And that man wasn't standing on his hill.
That nigga got up. Hey, listen. After that, right? Let's just say that part is true. He didn't repeat it. And he looked like a bitch. Let's
He
just say
didn't
that.
repeat it, Vic.
Let's just say it. Let's just say that's true. Just for the baseline of the conversation. He punked Anton verbally by moving over there, getting in his face and say, nigga, you won't say it again in my face, nigga. And Anton didn't say it. Anton said, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? For the sake of the show, I apologize. Da 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 da. Yada yada. But then we escalate again, and Anton stands up, which we just saw, and said, man, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go out back. Now, Lola talking about entourages. No, that might have been you, Best. But at the end of the day, let me
Anton
tell you
brought up
something.
the entourage first. He brought up the security first.
Listen to what I'm saying. There ain't a motherfucker in this world that can stop me from getting on a nigga ass if that's what I mean to do.
That's you, Vic.
Definitely not no woman or your
Vic.
security that's standing that is not even in picture. Nigga, we a spit. I can spit on you, nigga. That's how close you is. I'm not.
Well, Vic, you cut.
And accidentally spit on you.
Okay, Vic. I'm gonna give you your flowers, brother, because you know I love you and respect you.
Vic, read
You're
the
not
text.
cut from the same cloth as either one of them. You've been to war literally in more than one facets, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, in your mindset is different from both of them, because you actually really been to war on different levels. Neither one of them have been on that level, bro.
Neither
So they're
one.
not gonna see it that way.
So why are we talking about them like they soldiers?
No, I didn't say that.
There
I
you
said
go.
they immature people. I didn't say that. Okay.
Okay,
Like,
can we
I didn't say
can we
that.
be can we be real for a second? Both of these niggas look lame. Both of these niggas look like some hoes. Both of this shit look weak as fuck on both of their behalves. It don't look professional. It don't look gangster. It don't look mature. It don't look business like. It look weak as fuck. It make black people look lame. And it for the age these niggas is, it's stupid as fuck. Y'all should have took that stream down.
Okay, let me say this because
just being honest.
Well, you're right, Vic, and I agree with that statement. Okay, wholeheartedly. However, when he got up out his seat and started moving furniture, that was enough time for security to come in. And because they in the same room and say, whoa, I've seen it. Okay, seriously, I've seen quicker security than that at a further distance. So at the end of the day, the reason why they got security there is because they need security there. So I don't know. This might be a play. Okay, this might be a play in my face right now because I don't believe that they got security that don't do shit in a fight. And they was in each other's face for like, I don't know, 30 seconds, just talking like they was about to get it on like that, like this close. Ain't no security.
Let me clear it up because that's confusion. Anton bought personal security that he takes around with him anywhere let him tell it, anywhere he goes that is not his hometown. That's his personal paid security guard. That ain't got nothing to do with 5150 show. He said, hey nigga, you got your security, I got my. He said, no, that ain't my security, those is my friends. Because he had Corey had some of his personal friends inside the studio. His wife was there, or his girlfriend was there. Some other people were there, including some of his male friends. But he didn't have no security. There's no security there.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. So Anton's security is the only security that need to be fired. Gotcha. That part. Now see, that's the never mind. Let me get off the security. But this is what's.
But Lola, you made a point right there, Lola.
That's real shit,
point, right? Sis, you made a point. They could be trolling us. They both could be trolling us.
They could.
I thought of that. Hey, if that's the money play, it's playing out, and everybody gonna get paid off it. Shout out to them. I thought Chris Rock and Will Smith was playing.
No, that was real.
But shit, who knew? Maybe it was a play that they standing on. I don't know.
No, I seen that. I seen the
two of the greatest actors.
Later, the next comedy show with Chris. No, that was real. That was real. So you want to see what happens before he? Because see, they did this right here, right at first, because
Let,
whoever.
let's get to it so we can end that and then let anybody who want to come up, and we're gonna spend another 30 minutes and let some folks say what they want to say.
So this is where they did the silent thing because they had to get some order. So they put this up. That's why it's no audio because I'm playing it. It's playing, but there's no audio. So I'm gonna skip through because here we go.
Everything's straight. Ain't nobody saying I'm sucking dick no more. Everything's straight.
For sure.
Everything straight.
Especially for bro though.
And I'm gonna respect them on that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ain't nobody said
So
suck
I'm
that
respect
dick.
them on that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, question: Given that black people are on the Democratic plantation, what do you say about the use of Christianity to make slaves out of black people?
And what today's
What?
time or
No,
historically?
sir. Historically.
Yeah, absolutely. It was used in a negative way, but anything can be used in a positive and negative way. You can weaponize literally anything. Corporate America, for example. You can use the internet in order to push out propaganda, or you can use it to communicate effectively with the people. You can use money to manipulate people, or you can use it to help people. And so you can't just say that Christianity itself is used. The Quran is used in a negative way in order to control people. So it depends on the person, and that's why we evaluate the person based off of their fruits instead of evaluating them based off of
Lola, pause, Lola, please.
Hold. Let it go for about 10 more seconds, best, and then go.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Everybody that calls himself a Christian is not a Christian.
100%. So I agree that the teachings of Jesus are pure. However, in the hands of Caucasian white males,
That's not true.
the teachings of Jesus.
And I know some bad Caucasian white men.
Okay,
Okay, so look, check this out. This is what I listen. This is what I'm saying. The reason I don't have a lot of people up here at the show is because I know a lot of people aren't initiated when it comes to talking to men of a certain mind state. And I don't believe you knew what you was doing when you said something about dick sucking, brother.
Okay, now we back.
Okay. Now let Best go.
Now we back on the dick. Gotcha. Go ahead.
Now, you know what I mean? It's I think what Anton's bringing up a very big point, and I hate that he had to go back to the de-sucking thing. Pause.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he's talking about how spiritual thought has been used to control. Bless you. Has been used to control and to basically, just manipulate and colonize our people, right? Whether it's different spiritual thoughts. So Anton is bringing up something that is now trying to move the conversation forward into a different realm, right? And now Corey's bringing it back, and now that's showing a sense of immaturity. But then also, like we said, this is Corey's house, right? So he sets the tone. So if he want to be petty and continue to elaborate over something over and over again because it's his house, he can do that, right? Is it right? Probably no, but it is his house. This is his show, so he
Right.
can be as petty or as structured as he want to be.
But
You know
see,
what I mean?
it
So
doesn't look good when your producer is trying to move the conversation because it's hard to. The questions seem to be interruptive. Honestly, they went from doing that to now talking about Christianity. Like, what are we doing here? But okay, Anton is trying to move the conversation forward and show that he can walk and chew gum. I got that. But then it's like you can tell the producer wants to have a show, and Corey is like, no, it's about me personally. You said I want to still talk. And it's like, do you see yourself or no? Like you no? Okay. Because at this point you're getting boring. Like you're getting high key, low key boring. And I mean, he we all understand that you didn't like the reference to the dick sucking, but nobody told this man that he was sucking dick. That's not what happened. And if he can't tell the difference between
Sensitive ass niggas.
he being a sensitive ass nigga right now. And it's like I see why Anton left because I'm not gonna keep going in circles. Like y'all almost had a fight. I'm not about to go in circles after that. First of all, I don't even think I would have been in the mindset to really talk after a fight breakout. But this is man law, so Vic says.
So we're gonna skip over number 4 but we're gonna address number 3 really quick.
Mm.
The rules of apology. Um, First rule of apology is be sincere.
Oh, you're right. I give you that. Yeah.
Don't over explain,
Right.
and absolutely under no circumstance come back to the conversation or the situation or discuss the offense or the thing that created the reason for the apology. So Corey is this is the difference best between an internet nigga and a nigga on the internet. Anton has been doing this so long, he can go in and out of an emotional state. He can be sincerely pissed off and get right back on the topic, go right back to talking because he's been doing it so long. Corey is not polished or, used to a nigga getting him out of his frame and being able to jump right back in it. He's used to just going on and on and on ad nauseum about whatever's bothering him.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, because it's his show. The reality is that Anton gave him an apology. We didn't watch it, but they actually dapped up. That's why Corey said, hey, it's all good. We're not doing the dick sucking thing no more. And Anton said, hey, I'm going to respect him. We all good. They slapped 5, everything good. The producer or whoever this is, is calling out a question. Let's change the energy. Let's change the topic. Let's move on. Because that's what we're here for. That's what we agreed to. Anton jumps right back on the question, speaks his piece. You don't hear the attitude that he may still currently have. He's right back on topic. Corey has his opportunity to counter what Anton said or say, you know what? Maybe this is a point where we can agree. This is a block to build on because I agree. Because just like you said, these things can be weaponized. Christianity's been weaponized. As far as religion is weaponized. The money system's been weaponized. The media is weaponized. Then you say, hey, man, my bad. I had to go back to this shit, boy. Because, you know what I'm saying? The reason I don't be having niggas up here, boy, because, you know what I'm saying? Because this dick sucking thing, man, you know what I'm saying? Because you get around niggas like me, boy. Because, I'm just saying, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you go back to it, you're not done with it. So why you dap me up? Why you dap me up? You should have said, hold on, bro. We got to have a discussion. Yeah, I appreciate the gesture, nigga, but I ain't ready to dap you up yet, my nigga. I ain't sold that this shit is over and I'm still feeling the way. So we can have a discussion, but it's going to have to be about this before we can move back to having a discussion.
But Vic, it's a difference between, like you said, okay, Anton is used to panels, right? He's used to panel decorum, right? Now, you have somebody who's used to panel decorum, right? But then you have somebody who is coming from Hollywood, who's coming from being a comedian, who's coming from being around different celebrities, right? You know what I mean? And celebrities have a view of people who are on the internet. They look down on us. They do. They do. I don't care what celebrity you take. You could take any celebrity that has a great podcast. You could take Cam. You could take Wallow and Gilly. You could take Cam and Mace. You could take anybody. They don't look at us the same. You could take Corey. They don't look at us the same. They look at us as beneath them, right? For the most part, they only respect their peers, and even that is there's favoritism in that because they don't respect everybody in Hollywood, right? But somebody with Hollywood who has a podcast is not going to view things the same way as somebody who is a podcaster who's successful, who now is now intermingling with people from Hollywood. It's two different trains of thought, right? So Corey's in Hollywood. He's at the red carpets. He's hanging out with Nick Cannon. He's hanging out with this one and that one. He's hanging out with Cam Newton, right? They all hang around each other because they're celebrities. So they're not. So as a celebrity, he views himself automatically higher than Anton because he's a celebrity. And you can just see that in the fact that just the way he's talking, the way he's redirecting the conversation. It's like, yo, I'm a celebrity. This is my show. I can do whatever I want. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care if you're
What that
successful
got to
in the
do with the
internet.
apology? What that got to do with properly accepting an
I'm telling
apology though?
but it's his mindset. That's why he can't properly take it because his mindset. You got to respect somebody in order to take their apology. He don't respect Anton enough to take his apology. He just don't.
For him
The
to
respect level is
apologize
not
to
there.
somebody lower, it has a different political implication.
Yeah, he don't respect
Okay.
Anton like that. He don't. He see him as a dude that from the internet that got success. He don't view him the same way as Nick Cannon. I bet you he don't.
Yeah.
I know he don't.
You got a high opinion of Nick Cannon. Hey,
No,
uh,
I'm just saying who he around or Cam Newton. I seen Corey on Cam Newton show. His whole energy was different, bro. It was way different. He was way more respectful. He was way more chill. They was having a real conversation. It wasn't all rah rah, right? It was a level of respect. He don't have
do,
that for Anthony. It's clear from him coming late to everything else.
do you know how big Cam Newton is?
I know,
It ain't his celebrity, homie. These niggas is what they doing called free picking. You know what free picking is, right, Bess?
but that does matter though, Vic. The
No, 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 no,
celebrity
no, no.
matters.
Don't move on. Don't move on. Explain what free picking is for the people who don't know. That's not a worldwide known term.
I think I know what you're saying, but I'd rather you explain, brother.
Free picking means let's use simpler language. Easy pickings. When you pick and choose. They say it in boxing all the time. Oh, Floyd Mayweather, don't box nobody. He wait till motherfuckers get too old, or he won't fight these motherfuckers because they dangerous because he's free picking. He picking
Yeah,
motherfuckers only niggas that he know he can beat, or he at least think he can. So at the end of the day, you address people who you feel are physically intimidating, way different than you address somebody who you think is a physically puny or a peon or not a threat. Not because you respect this person here more than you respect this person more, or you have more decorum or blah blah blah. It's because you don't have no fear. And respect is built on love and fear. And if I don't love you, nigga, I got to fear you, or I probably don't respect you unless that's my code.
I'm glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that. Love and fear where respect is concerned. I'll say this: a lot of times, the only time we hear about any of that is coming from women. Women are supposed to respect men, but when we get into the man code, okay, and we start talking about where is the love for your brother, where's the respect for another man and another man's strength, this is where it kind of starts to break down because women are only told to respect a man's strength and not be disrespectful because of the difference in strength. Men feel like, okay, if I'm not a woman, I don't have to respect your strength, therefore I can run amok. And it's like it's a different play. And but at the end of the day, nothing productive is happening. So I kind of want to call that and say I agree with Bess and you that if he don't love him in any sense and he don't respect him in any real sense, there can't be any level of respect there. Thus, if there's no respect, meaning to see the light in you, I can't authentically apologize for what I did for, let's say, disrespecting that light within you. And this is where I would say me and you spoke about this privately about how to apologize, which is not about justification. If you know you did something that caused something to happen, that's the only thing that you need to be concerned about when it comes to an apology. You don't need to be concerned about, well, if not for this ain't the justice system. That's the reality out here in the real world. And they in the real world too. They celebrities, yes, but they're in the real world when it comes to apologies to their mothers, to their daughters, to people in their lives. But see, we get into the internet and then it becomes the internet and not real life. In fact, this is real life. They in reality, this is what it looks like when you don't know how to recognize boundaries and then recognize where you have to apologize so that you can reset some. Because Corey, he in his feelings clearly. But if Anton would have, well, Anton did apologize, but the way he apologized was not in a way that anybody could take, except for this is more just aggression. I'm gonna be honest with you, because if he said first, I ain't trying to hear what you got to say, and I'm here to have it, and that's not an authentic apology. Authentic apology is not the words "I apologize." It is the actual subcontext of,
Shit.
listen to me. If I apologize to you in words, right, but I sound aggressive, but the words are correct, right? You said it to me that at times I have apologized, but I sounded passive aggressive at some point. So it's not just the words that I'm using the correct words. I apologize. I didn't mean. But if you can pick up on subtle things to let you know that I'm being aggressive, you're not going to accept it, and I'm wasting my time. And it's the same way here, even though it's two men, it's the same dynamic as it would be in a male and female relationship. This is why it didn't go nowhere, because he didn't apologize. I understand what Anton was trying to do, but under the circumstances, you have to, relationships matter. And the relationship between how you're speaking and who's listening, that's going to cause an issue right there. As we see, he had to leave because his communication style wasn't matching his listening style. So, hey, you can say what you want to say, but this is where things start to break down.
So
And
let's
Vic,
do this. Yeah, talk to
he
me.
he respected. Okay, now you said he did that because he was more physically imposing than Anton. That might have been a factor, but he's more
Mhm.
physically imposing than Cat Williams, and he respects him. Cat Williams is only 2 inches taller than Lola, right? He's a very short man. I'm just messing
First,
around.
first of all,
But
first of all, what we're not going to do is put
the
my
cat
height.
the Cat Williams is a very short man. We know Cat is short, right? But Corey respects him. Corey wouldn't come at him like that because of who he is, right? And we could tell Corey.
I
Hold on,
disagree,
Corey,
but
hold on. Corey was already dressing him down.
It's the
He was
glasses.
already dressing him down. Oh, you an internet dude. Oh, you kiss white people behind. I ain't got to do that. I got my own. I got this. I got that. He's already dressing him down because of who he is. The physical imposing part is probably a factor too. But
Yeah,
like I said, Cat is not physically imposing, and he has a lot of respect for Cat because of who
Cat got
Cat
a
is.
lot of friends.
yeah.
Cat got a lot of influence.
He,
Cat Lord
he
know a lot
does.
of people that Corey know. Cat has done a lot
It's
for a lot of
respect
people
level.
and can
Yeah,
can close and open doors for niggas. Imposing don't
yeah.
always mean physically.
Yeah.
That's
Hang
what
on
I'm
1 second,
saying
okay?
though.
Hang on 1 second, right? We at the 2.5 hour mark. So what we gonna do now? Lola's gonna drop the link as soon as she can, and anybody who's watching or has been watching or finds themselves watching, we're gonna stay up here for probably about another 30 minutes. And if you want to come up and say something quick, we're not gonna like pass the ball around to everybody to talk about every instance that we're going to finish this video on. But if you have an overall view that you want to express or touch on some of these points that we brought up about, filters or apologizing or miscommunications, anything that you want to speak on, whether on or off topic, uh, we'll absolutely give you a few minutes to say your piece. So we're going to drop the link. Let's get through this video so we can make sure this stream doesn't go too long.
Okay, and the only rule tonight is unless we know you personally, you have to be cammed up. So just because the internet is wild, it's Anton's internet. So I'm sorry, people. Let me get back up here.
Tell them how you really feel.
It's Anton's internet. Okay. Let me, because I don't want to leave this all the way through. Like I want to, like, just for copyright reasons. I'm just going running through this because they back on the dick sucking shit. So obviously it's not gonna be a good day. It's not gonna be a good day. Let me see, body language starting to change. Okay. Okay, see they talking. See they talking. They getting through the passive aggressive. They talking. Wait a minute. Oh, here you go. I'm gonna start here.
All I'm doing is rehashing a conversation that happened. Why are you so easily offended? We just got talking about me.
It sounds like I'm arguing because I'm right. See,
See.
And they tell me about myself all the time. Be gone. No. That shit don't hurt no feelings. It's probably better this way. Because I just proved my point. Be down. You proved the point. Homie, just gone, man. You just gone, man. You gone. I'm not legit. You did this before. Get your bitch ass to hey, homie. All right, I'm out. Get your bitch ass the fuck on. And walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch, nigga. Walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch. I got shit to do. Don't bring bitches up here, dog, that you ain't finna stand on. Remember I told you that. If you got a bitch with you, explain the bitch. Don't ask her to be on my show, nigga.
Okay, I gotta stop right here. Like this is
What kind of weird ass shit is that?
Look, okay, wait a minute, hold on. Okay.
It's fucking weird, bro.
All right, where should I start? All right, let me say this, so get this out the way. I hate to admit this, okay? I really do. I hate to admit this, but Anton has a point because Corey started off saying, hey, I don't play that dick sucking stuff being said to me, even though nobody told him that. He did say that. And now it's like you don't understand that the word bitch is a bit more harsh than suck a dick. Come on. Don't do that to me. I agree with Anton right here. And this is one of the few times I'm gonna say he is 100% correct. Okay, give me 1 sec, y'all. I got my sis coming up here. Miss Polly, welcome to the stage. Let me bring you up here.
Hey, Miss Polly. Nice lady. What's going on?
Peace, Miss Polly.
Hello.
Hi. Girl, it's been a minute. Okay.
No, I know.
Let me say Happy New Year. I have seen your journey. Okay. Happy New Year. Okay. Congratulations.
Yes. And how to keep going.
You looking slim in the face.
I am.
She is on her journey. Okay. I'm telling you. That's why I say I see her every day. Okay.
Yeah, we gotta make some things happen.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, it's some shit I got out here. Okay, Miss Polly, I know you probably chimed in probably halfway through this, and did you see this whole show last night?
I didn't see the show. I saw some clips this afternoon, and so I saw the actual altercation this afternoon. And that was about it. Then I had to leave, but that's all I saw. So
She said, "I see the altercation."
Altercation. That's what I saw. I'm gonna call it what it is.
The altercation. I like that. We ain't saying fight no more. We grown. Altercation. Okay.
I saw that. Yeah, you don't listen because I don't mean hands was involved. You know.
Listen, let me say this. I was just telling Vic that what Anton just said was correct. By definition, is correct. But the bigger problem I have with Corey right now, it has to do with this comment right here. Because first of all, this conversation was not about anybody else other than Anton and him and the dick, and the dick sucking. That's it. For him to start talking after he told him to leave and start talking about who you with and explain this, he's leaving. Why is he? I feel like this is what we call dry snitching. And don't get me wrong, I don't agree with men protecting other men when they think that other men are out here slipping and sliding. But this right here is some low level snitch. I don't like that. I don't like that. And see, I didn't even catch the bitch word. Like I watched this, but I just seen that again here right now when we replayed it. I didn't even catch that. So I'm like, sir, like, yeah, you are a hypocrite, like for real, and you a snitch, like. What say you?
Oh God, Lord, I didn't see where he was asking him who he brought. Now that was extra.
Mm-hmm.
You don't got it. You gonna watch it again? I think. Yeah, it seemed like it got really out of hand, and it was just like a let me try. It's just like I'm trying to try you. Mm-hmm. I didn't feel like anybody wanted it to go too far. Right. I feel like nobody really wanted to cross the line, but then they had to prove a point because now you can actually watch them think they're like, wait, everyone's gonna see this. What are they gonna say if I don't say this? Like you could see that going through their mind. That's crazy. You could actually see them like thinking like, I'm gonna walk away. Wait a minute. But if I walk away, that looks like this. And then they're mentally doing that as they're having that conversation out loud because they're pausing. They're like, okay, so am I gonna let him talk to me like that? Maybe I shouldn't. Can I let it slide? Maybe I should. And they kept going like that.
Mm-hmm. Quite literally. I hope somebody makes a video and put like the little thinking thing right there.
Yeah, that definitely was happening. There's a lot of, should I let this slide? No, I can't let this slide. Let me show him something. Maybe I can then, push him back. And it just kept escalating. So I actually don't think neither one was at the point where they actually want to do something, but they didn't want it to look like they weren't going to do something.
That part, and I understand that. I understand that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not. But right now, I am mad at Corey for all that talking he did after the fact when Anton wasn't in the room, and I'm like,
well, everybody gets a little bigger when there's not a real threat in the room, right? That's just real honest. That's anybody. I don't think it matters who it is. Y'all talk crap. You could be all mad in the moment. You go home to your girl. You like, girl, I want to smash her out, right? But that's only because we ain't there no more.
Oh, you better be glad.
Real threats don't talk. They act.
Pretty much.
Let's be honest.
Pretty much.
That don't matter where it is. Because, like, most of the time they're like, I ain't going to talk about it. I'm just going to lose it. That.
I pity the fool that does that. I really do, because this right here is I'm an 80s baby. I grew up in the 90s, and I'm just not used to people acting like this, because if you're gonna start bringing in somebody's person, like let's suppose that was his side piece, right? Or that was concubine, whatever. All right. Let's suppose it was just a girl that he was thinking about getting with and joining and doing all of that, right? That's his actual person or whatever. For him to attempt to dry snitch like that, right? And talk about her and put the business out there about getting her on or whatever that was. First of all, if Anton wasn't, let's say, a bit more mature, you already know how Anton is. He come back and start defending that and start cursing you out, and now you a bunch of bees, and now it's an actual fight. Because men, at least from what I understand, it can be insultive towards each other, but when you start bringing in their spouses and their children, now there's a different level of escalation. And I feel like Corey trying to escalate it like dirty style. And he not really getting it because Anton then walked away, and maybe he heard it, maybe he didn't. But it's like, why you can't do that in his face? You told him don't say nothing about dick sucking in his face. Now you want to talk about his woman behind his back, sir. I'm gonna need you to have several seats, because at this point I was trying to stick with you, but you looking.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
What's that?
Ain't no switching sides. You pick your side. Corey, that's your homeboy. Okay.
No, I said first with Mr. Best, they both were on some shit. I said that. Okay. I didn't.
I asked you who more.
More
you like Anton. I hate his black ass. He don't represent for niggas.
He got 1 point in my book, and which is right now.
That he got his black ass up and walked. And matter of fact, he had one more thing he wanted to say, and then he thought about it. Man, fuck this shit. I don't need this fucking shit out, man.
Okay, Vic.
Now let me add something.
Okay.
His context. Now, this context is not my context. This is Anton's context.
Okay.
Corey didn't speak about this. So apparently, also before the show, Anton brought one of his co-hosts for his current show, Mika, to the show with him. This isn't some girl. This is one of his co-hosts for his current show, which tells you how much research, Mr. Best. Corey is a investigator, but he ain't a researcher, and them ain't the same thing. And he didn't do neither one of them motherfuckers before he had this show, because he would have known exactly who that girl is. And he'd be like, "Hey, who's that little pretty bitch on this? Oh, this is her in person." So here's the thing. Anton asked if Mika could be on the show with him. Whatever angle he had, he wanted her to come up there with him. Corey said, hey, we didn't discuss that ahead of time. You kind of springing this on me last minute. I don't know her. We'll see. Anton said, hey, listen, man, I came all the way up here. I ain't finna not do the show on account of that. She's fine, just chilling over there. That's not a deal breaker.
Mm-hmm.
We'll play it through. We'll work it out. If she can't come up, it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why she's not up there with them.
Mm-hmm.
However, and maybe that explains part of the attitude Anton had coming into this. So at the end of the day, you say, hey man, if you a man of a certain ilk, because at some point, Corey said, if nigga, you ever been to jail? Anton like, hell no, nigga, I ain't never been to jail. I ain't never going. And then he's like, wait, nigga, have you ever been to jail? And he's like, no, but I was like, nah, nigga, ain't no, but why would you bring that up if you ain't never been to jail? And at the end of the day, it's like Corey is feeling away because he's saying, Anton, we from two different planets. You don't know nothing about this street shit. Okay, you ain't the kind of nigga who can hang with street, because you would know that you can't say anything remotely like this to a street nigga, because shit can get ugly real fast. Okay, let's say that's true. You are who you say you are, and all of that shit is true. Then you should know that if you call a man a bitch under any scenario, joking, hey, nigga, man, shut your bitch ass up. Niggas can be laughing, having a joke, man, shut your bitch ass up, nigga, bitch. Hold on, cuz. Nigga gonna check that shit every time. Or I'm gonna believe you really is a bitch. Because real niggas don't let shit like that slide. Even if we don't gotta fight about it, you gotta be like, hey, home, don't do that. So the bottom line is this.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did he turn around after the apology, after we said it's dead, because worst case scenario, at this point, you could just say, hey, man, listen, man, if I'm feeling that way, hey, man, you know what? I thought we could work this out. I thought we could talk it through, but I can just see we too different. This has been a good show, but I'm going to go on and finish my show without you. Thanks for coming.
Gotcha.
But you decided you're going to call this nigga a bitch to his face, to your credit, and tell him, hey, man, I think it's better that you do go. That's the part that he did correct.
Okay.
After Anton chose to stand up. But then you got to throw a parting shot and hit a nigga in the back on the way out. Like, yeah, nigga, and stay the fuck out with your bitch ass. But he didn't just say with your bitch ass. He said, yeah, nigga, and don't be bringing no bitch. You can't motherfucking explain a bitch. Hold on. You said wait. Now you went from calling me a bitch to calling my guest, who apparently I didn't explain good enough for you to know who she is. So you don't know her relationship. She could be my daughter, my cousin, my side chick. You don't know who she is, but you calling her a bitch. Telling me that I owe you some explanation to tell you who she is to me?
That part.
For on what planet, nigga? Either you want her on the show or you don't. But I don't, no fucking explanation. In what world, nigga? That's no code nowhere on earth, nigga. That's some Corey Holcomb only shit. And to call her a bitch, now you not only are you insulting me, you're insulting her.
Right.
And then now you're insulting me again by insulting her, thinking that I won't defend her honor. So now I have to allow her to be insulted just so I can keep the peace and not put her in jeopardy trying to defend her honor. Now that carries the protection or toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Because if I turn around and slap the dog shit out you, because I was cool with you saying what you said about me. I was cool with you getting all up in my face because I don't think you're going to do shit. But when you start calling people that I care about and that I love out of their name and they didn't do nothing to you,
yeah,
because you think that that's acceptable somehow,
Yeah.
Even if you just use it in your daily vernacular,
Yeah.
you understand if you're a man of a certain ilk that that's going to land wrong. The same way I should understand that telling a nigga to suck anything is going to land wrong.
But, babe, let me tell you something. Listen, something don't smell right. If he feel like saying dick suckers be cross the line, like you said, I know he know what he did was cross the line. But see, what he trying to do is play get back. But the problem is he playing a more dangerous game than Anton at this point, because you can tell Anton, hey, cut that shit out, and Anton will say, you know what, you right, I won't say that again. I should have said something else. But I don't know what you about to do coming back off that bitch comment, because see, again, you insulted the one he with, and his thing, according to Corey, he don't know who she is. She could be his actual girl, his new wife, his new whatever the fuck. It could be his daughter. Now, if it was his daughter and you did that, and he turned around and said, "Wait a minute, now we
eat your whole face."
Listen, stop.
Literally.
Hey, this is what I'm talking about. So right now, everybody faking for the cameras, including Corey. Okay, that's why I said both of them wrong, because Corey faking for the cameras. Corey, no, you don't attack nobody's female. That ain't your beef. That's across the line. If you got,
I can be as peaceful as I want, but
right, like what you got?
I'm going for that.
Right, you trying to be funny, and it's like, nigga, you're a comedian. You're not a gangster. You're a comedian. You need to.
Let me ask you something, Miss Polly. I want you to answer, and I want to hear from Bess on this too. By the way, just for context, this is Lola's topic, not mine. Apparently, she don't believe in dry snitching. So, I think she may have cut it just a second short, but we don't need to see it. I can just say it. Also, on his way out, when he said, "Yeah, you don't bring no bitch you can't explain," he says, "Especially one that ain't your wife."
He did say that, yeah.
What kind of... I'm not going to pass my opinion. I want to know what your opinion is. How do you feel about someone trying to out someone in said nature?
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird to me because I think it's like you guys, I mean, maybe I'm confused, but we all know what kind of man this is. So are we really confused about his actions? I don't think anyone should be confused. I think it's actually equivalent. That's what it should be. I mean, we're acting like if they're on the same level, they're not, and you can clearly see it. Regardless of what topics or their beliefs, they're clearly not even on the same intellectual level, in my opinion. So I wouldn't even put them. It's like, yeah, it's great to have a good conversation, but when we talk about being polite and knowing who's in the room and how to carry yourself, we know who does and who does not, right? And so when you're seeing someone act like that, I don't think I'm really surprised at who failed the test. So, I mean, he wants to get back at him. I want to say he's acting like a nigga. You got nigga energy. And that's what we got. We got a nigga show. Okay? That's what we got. And that's what it is. You have a man who's trying to act like he got some sense, then you got a nigga in the room. And that's just what it is. And so he acted with nigga behavior. And we're all like, oh my God, it's so rude because he did that to someone who's trying to act polite. I mean, we see it, at least if you're in corporate world, you see the nigga come out of people who trying to act like they got some things. And it happens. So, but him, I wouldn't be surprised. He's trying to out him out because when you're losing, you starts doing that name calling and all that. You know what it is. You already lost when you do that. So
you're throwing everything, including the kitchen sink, because I think you really got me and I look crazy. So let me see what I can do on your way out, because once you're gone, it's just going to look like anyway.
It's going to look a certain way. I will tell you, I think, I don't know, maybe, this is the thing, we don't know his personal life, right? We don't know. Now you guys know all this Diddy stuff, and I'm not, please do not come for me, sir. Please, because I'm not saying that. We don't know what kind of stuff has happened to you in your life. We don't know who tried to put something in your mouth or who tried to do that, or if you've been molested when you were younger. I don't know. Maybe that's a trigger word for you. I have no idea. Okay?
But somebody tried that nigga. He's too focused on it. I'm not gay. Niggas don't be trying me. So right. I don't got no reason to talk about that. He talk about that shit every show. He will not let a show unless he talking about Cheyenne Bryant. He's talking about who's gay.
Listen, hands up. I don't know who is and who isn't. All I'm saying is he might have some energy about the word to that point where he had to make sure it was known that we ain't crossing this line. And that I think it was very personal because the way he reacted. That's my opinion. It looked very personal. It's like a person being molested and someone saying something and it just triggered them. Like you're like, wow, they seem like they went way off left. It's like something has happened. That, in my opinion. But
where I'm from, we call that a fuck nigga.
Okay.
Okay.
I ain't got.
Oh my God. That a fuck nigga.
Now,
Okay.
now,
I didn't do that. I want everyone to know I didn't say that. No, I didn't know.
Now, Mr. Best, we talked about codes. We talked about a lot of different things, but I can't separate. I'm not like other people. I can't separate. I can't listen to 12 play. I can't. I love 12 play. Can't listen to it. Apparently, I can't watch Corey Holcomb anymore, even though he's one of my favorite comedians, because I'll never get this shit out of my head. I'm like, oh, you a bitch ass nigga. Like a certified. Like, I don't care about the friction he had with Anton. I could have moved on from that. But that whole ass shit he pulled at the end, nigga, I can't hear nothing else you saying, bro.
Like that?
Every time I hear you say some real shit, I'm gonna think of this shit. How do you feel about it?
No,
you want to hit him.
Go ahead, Miss Polly. What you saying?
What you know what else? He just wanted to say something so he get in trouble when he went home, so he wouldn't. Never mind. He wouldn't have no sexual access when he went home. That's what he's trying. He's trying to mess up that man whole week.
Corey Holcomb is not no angel. He's admittedly he paid for pussy on a regular.
I know, but that's the point. He doesn't care, but who might? That man's wife. Okay, see what I'm saying? Like you don't talk about.
He's trying to get Rita involved.
Let Anton tell it. His girlfriend was present in the studio as well. So it's not like, oh, you like what? So, Mr. Best, the floor is yours, brother. I want to hear your opinion. Because this is the last point. We're going to wrap it up as it is.
Okay.
Matter of fact, go ahead and make your closing statements and we'll come back around clockwise.
Most definitely. I would say to your point, like I said to you earlier, right? You're talking from a space that you're coming from. I understand that, right? I'll talk about the space where I'm coming from. They're not coming from the same space. And they clearly don't respect each other. And like you said before, it's history there before this even happened. So you have to put all that to account. So there's no respect. There's history there. They're just there for the money and views, right? So now they both are not fighting fair because there's no level of integrity or respect or love there, right? It's all about what can I do for myself at this point. I'm in it for me. Yeah, you pay me this amount of money or whatever, so I'm here. And I don't respect you, so I'm going to come late as well. Right? So there's just no respect on either level. So, yeah, I can say that you know what I mean, sucking D. Pause. Damn, I hate that. I say that.
I don't even like to say that shit.
You know what? Y'all stop BS. Y'all say that stuff every time y'all see a woman. Y'all
we don't.
I told a woman.
Yeah, y'all do. Yeah, you do. Yeah,
no, we don't.
You quit this.
Y'all think it. That's
you said it to one person.
Yeah, the song happening. You heard that sitting in your own voice at some point.
Nah, you don't. I learned from Minister Society. You said it to the wrong person, you get your head knocked off. You know what I mean? You don't just say sucking. You sucking D to just anybody. Pause. Yeah, that's a problem. You're gonna have some issues on your hands.
But Mr. Best, according to Antoine, that's the first thing he said to Rita when he seen him.
But that's the thing. They're living by a different code. But let me land my plane. Let me land my plane. Right? There's already no respect. I'm dressing down your resume. You dressing down my resume. We don't respect each other. I'm talking about your manhood. You talking about me and who I am and how I'm a sellout. So we both don't respect each other. So Corey taking it to that point, the glove's already off. Now, What did they do in between that when we didn't see them for a minute and they came back on camera? Who knows, right? Maybe the producer was like, "Hey guys, you guys may want to settle down. We're trying to make money, blah blah blah. Come on, guys, remember the money." And they're like, "All right, cool, we'll remember the money." But after a while, nah. Corey's like, "I'm Corey Holcomb. I'm hanging with this guy. I'm hanging with that guy. I know him. I know this person, that person. I'm not gonna let this internet person disrespect me in my house, even though I'm being disrespectful as well, right?" So now I have to make myself seem bigger than you
Mm-hmm.
because of who I think I am and who I do know or think I know.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, I know you're trying to redirect the conversation. Yeah, I know we told the producers that this, that, and the third, but this is still my show, so I'm gonna do what I want. And that's how Corey Holcomb is. Corey Holcomb reminds me of like a black Howard Stern in a sense.
Yeah.
He's gonna
There
say the
you
most
go. I agree.
stuff to get his views.
Mm-hmm.
And I done heard him say some influence, and especially when it comes to women, he can be very
Mm-hmm.
disrespectful,
Very.
just downright. To the point where it's like, if a woman is watching this and she wanted to be your wife, she may have reconsidered. You know what I mean? So him saying that about Anton or whatever woman he's with is not far fetched because he says things like that on a regular on this panel about women.
He
It's
does.
not worse.
That's what I'm saying, man. No
You know what I'm
surprise.
saying? So that's just who he is. So yeah, they both wasn't fighting fair. They both lame for this. It is what it is. It's a learning lesson. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? And hopefully they can have a better code as Vic was talking about and as I was talking about. But I land there.
Mm.
Miss Polly.
Um, like I said, I haven't dived too much into this. I woke up this morning and saw it all plastered everywhere. But
Hey, do me a favor
um,
before you continue. Can you check your microphone? I don't know if it's your chain
it's
or
probably
something. Okay.
is it?
You, I can't hear nothing now.
I know. I was asking if it's something I did.
Okay, go now.
Lord Jesus. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, that's better.
Um, for me, unfortunately, I think on a bigger viewing, it looks kind of more like black men at the end of the day when y'all start getting some money and start getting big, y'all can't play together well. That's what I see. Um, it's like you always got to be standing alone. You don't too often see you guys gathering black people in general, and this is just an example of how two men who can actually influence millions, regardless if it's negative or positive, can't sit in the same room for 10 minutes and act normal and even fake it too hard because there's so much pride and so much I'm bigger. Let's who see that as the bigger deed than the other that it just ruined it. So regardless of the information I saw or what the topic was about, no one got to hear anything. All I saw was two black men who can't sit down with each other and have a conversation, but yet can do it with white men. And that's a problem, right? And I don't really talk about race too much. You guys see me, I'll come on here, I'll say some things, but I don't usually say things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that is something that's what I saw. I saw you guys give a whole bunch of white men who've been watching you in podcasts because a lot of y'all keep talking about being in these white other areas of YouTube. I want to go over there. Well, look what you just did. You just showed them that you can't even sit next to another black person, but you can sit next to a whole bunch of white men and have a conversation and they can say all kinds of crazy stuff, but you can stand there and still talk to them. You can have decency to hold back and to continue conversation and sit there and hold back and not get too crazy wild. And they calling you the N word, they telling you all kinds of stuff. But you can't sit next to another black man for an hour and have a conversation. That's what I saw. But maybe y'all did. And I only saw it for 10 minutes. But that's all I saw. So other than that, the other stuff was just nigga stuff. And thanks for letting us look like niggas again. That's it. That's all I saw.
Thank you, Miss Polly. I have to concur. I have seen both of them speaking with white men, ironically, and those white men were doing the most. Let's just say that, and saying some very vile things to their face. And they had enough decorum to stay calm, understand the point, not lose sight of anything, but with each other, this is just an issue. And I know we usually talk about this issue that Black people specifically have with each other in the hood where they can't step on each other's toes by accident without realizing now a fight has to ensue, or nobody can check somebody else on something they're doing wrong without it turning into a life or death situation. Like it's just so much pettiness. But then when we see people who are not from the hood, that are not from the ghetto, that don't circle around in the gutter, and we see, okay, no matter how much money y'all get, no matter how clean you say you are and clean and on all of that, you still you can take the boy out the hood, but the hood ain't coming out the boy. And I don't care how many white men you sat next to, how many, let's say, CBS, Fox Newses you've been on. I don't care if you was on Dr. Phil show. Shout out to Anton. Like you only showing that your decorum goes as far as skin. That's as far as your decorum go. Like I've had problems with both of them when it comes to their rhetoric about women, specifically black women. But this is not about women or black women. This is about the problem that people think they don't have because they're removed from a certain community in terms of the financials, but then realize, no, you're still part of that same community. No matter how much money you have, no matter where you live at, you still part of the community. You really are. And so don't make no mistake about it. The true you will always come out. And I know people clowning me in the chat, and they're going to clown me later when I say, listen, I don't put this at the feet of nobody but God. God said, let there be light on both these niggas. I need everybody to see how they really is. And this is what happened. So, shout out to God for keeping everybody straight up and 100 out here. Okay. Shout out to Jesus for not showing his face, because niggas don't deserve Jesus. All of that good stuff. But no, I like the conversation. And at first I didn't know how I was gonna come at it, because it is very much a male-centered like situation. I mean, obviously we're in it because women were in the room, and we know both of these men. But generally speaking, the way men deal with men is a regulation by other men, not women. I can give my opinion, but it's really regulated by men. But I think that this is a learning lesson, like you said. I think everybody mentioned that we can learn something from this in terms of how to apologize, how to not apologize, how to speak, how to correct yourself when you need to correct yourself. Don't play the middle, don't play the 50. Like, don't come trying to be tough, but no, you're not really tough, but hoping that nobody get tougher with you. Don't play them games if you ain't really about that business for real. If you need security, act like it. Just chill out and get your money. Everybody here to get money, get money. All right. Clearly I don't have as much. I need to probably do that. And maybe me and Vic will fake a fight one day. And get online. But now I think it was a pretty good conversation. I like moving through those, and I mean I learned a little something tonight. But I'm on par with everybody else. And shout out to the chat, everybody in the chat that has joined us tonight. Thank you, Highway to Skitty. That is I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying to put some salt and seasoning up in here. Okay, yes, but I appreciate everybody, and that's my panel. So, Vic, take it away.
All right. Hey, be ready to tap us out when I'm done, okay? Um, thank everybody just for showing up. Me and Lola are building this channel. This is a couples channel. However, we discuss a little bit of everything, but we try to keep the conversation veered to things that could benefit, people who are in a relationship, trying to be in relationships, so on and so forth. So that's why we chose the angle on this that we took. But what I took for this conversation, not even this conversation, but from this incident, I think we got plenty from the conversation. But what I took from this incident, because I don't think that this incident is representative of who these men are as a whole. I think it's absolutely a window, but it ain't necessarily the whole house. And we all have days that we wish we could have back. And we say things that like, maybe I shouldn't have, or now my ego says that I got to stand on it, even though if I had to do it again, I'd do it differently. Um, but in all, I don't think either one of these fellows is to be trusted. At least not farther than you can see them. Two, all money ain't good money, Twan dog. All money ain't good money, homie. I don't give a fuck how much you got. You got so much money, let that shit sit over there. You know what was up with Buddy before you went over there. What you talking about, yo? You a Christian, and you should be equally yoked. You should be equally yoked. And let that be a lesson to all yous, Christian or not. Choose your room wisely. The things that happen to you are according to where you are, who you surround yourself with. It's not accidental. It's not incidental. These things were inevitable based on where you chose to position yourself. That's what God wants us to know. Choose before. Foresight. Vision. That's what a man is about. He's supposed to be able to see further than his nose, further than his wallet, further than his desire, his temptation, further than his anger or his rage. That said, I'd like to thank y'all for feeding the YouTube streets. Because apparently, pickings is slim out here because this is all niggas want to talk about. We'll see how many days that lasts. Corey Holcomb, shout out to you, buddy. You do good work. But you lost a fan today. What's one fan? Hopefully we gain some. We love y'all. Let the church say amen. We out, man.